Yo, yo, yo. What's good, my YouTube family? Let's get the show started. What's up, Roof Advice? My brother from another. What a day, right? I don't know if everybody has been tuned in today, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people has been tuned in. And therefore, on that note, some more BS from the lemon head. So I'm gonna go ahead and address that situation. I'm gonna let some people tune on in. Come on in, folks. Yeah, let me see them comments. What's up, E&E all around crime? What's up, Day One? How y'all doing out there? Man, I cannot wait to go live. I rush home to hurry up and get this thing cracking, y'all. Going to share it on Discord. Okay, yeah, cool. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes and then we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let everybody tune in. But I appreciate that. What's up, Jacqueline? Marie, how you doing? Peace and blessings. Riff Advice, what's going on, brother? You still there? Granny Nuck Nuck, you already know. You already know what time it is. I got a lot to say, a lot of exposing to do, and also a lot of truth telling to do. I know it's a few people that's gonna come in. You know me, I like to get started at like 4 or 5 people, but I'm gonna still give it a little bit because I know a lot of people is gonna tune in. But at the same time, you guys can let me know how you doing out there. I like to check on my peoples. So if you're doing good or blessed, just put good or blessed in the comment section. Having a bad day, just put bad day. I don't know. Just keep it short in the comment section. Let me know how y'all doing. And then at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and run through my program and do what I gotta do. And then I'm gonna drop the link for anybody else that wants to come up. But I'm gonna get out what I gotta say first because it's kind of important. And we gotta get to the point. I'm pretty sure it's new people watching and they trying to figure out what's going on. So we got to kind of jump back a little bit, just so people won't get the misconception. To at the end of the day, it helps spread the right awareness for these boys and get the true story out there for these boys. Because, apparently it's somebody out there by the name of Benny who's trying to deceive people for some reason about these boys and continues this false narrative, but continues to apologize to people. It then falls back on his word, which is pretty much the same thing is this narrative that he has, which we're going to talk about that too. Like, what's the motive behind his narrative? Why is he doing this? Because at this point it's not making no sense, and something ain't adding up. But at the end of the day, every day is spread awareness, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. If not, God gonna handle it either way it go. I see everybody doing good so far. Let me know how y'all doing, y'all. Hey, what's up, Gail? What's up, Donna, Stephanie, Queen, Patria from Cali to Texas, New York, LC. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. We got 17 people in, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it slow. For those that gotta catch up. So I woke up this morning and I got a few inboxes and phone calls saying that Benny has went live speaking up on the boys again and on the biological family and steady pushing that false racist narrative that he's been pushing since the beginning. defending the criminals. You know what he does. So that's pretty much what's going on right now. Hey, what's up, Roro? How you doing? Which is not cool, because what I'm here for is my main thing is to help find these boys and help spread awareness. More to help spread awareness, which will hopefully find the boys from my heart. Not for the reward. I don't even want no reward. They could put that on the table. I will give it right back to the boys. I do it from my heart, and that's what I'm here for, is to help spread awareness. Then at the same time, you guys, the reason I really am on YouTube is because this man Bennykeyz attacked me, saying I was biological family to the boys, actually saying I was their father, and then put me and my wife on a thumbnail and was, saying I was attacking the West family and saying I was doing cocaine and at a search party and, all types of stuff that fits his narrative to defend the West family. So the day that he attacked me, which was April 29th, it was a few months in after the boys disappeared. So that's when I decided to start my YouTube, because I didn't feel I had, I feel my voice wasn't big enough, and this man accused me of something this serious. And then I seen what he was doing to others. So basically what I'm getting to is, is cyberbully awareness. That's part of the program too, which mainly has to do with this guy, exposing him for who he is and what he does to others. So just to go back to where I started off, I got this phone call today and multiple messages in regards to this live that this man did earlier today, talking about the boys, talking about the Bio family, talking about Steve, all this negative stuff and these negative narratives that he got built up in his crazy old head, y'all. So, the whole point, that's why we're here right now, is to discuss that. And I'm gonna go ahead and play the video in the background. I fast forwarded a little bit. He might copyright me for this. I might get a strike. I don't know, but my whole point is getting the truth out there. I already got one strike from him, so this might be the second one. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We just gonna pray that he's not able to strike this, because I'm pretty sure if he's capable, he will. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. I'm gonna play it off my phone, so you guys just kind of hear it in the background. It's gonna be a little bit fast, and we're just gonna go off of what he was saying, and I'm gonna just tell y'all how I feel and just the truth. You know what I mean?
Honda Civic. It's got a bad starter. I gotta get it started this week. Let me see if it'll show you real quick. Okay, you hear it? Won't start. Rock that joker a little bit. Good morning, beautiful. You just watched my live from last. So, good morning, rap. Good morning. So, guys, Rita, let's on it.
So look, just right there, this video is titled "Good Morning." So this just shows you guys, for those that don't know, what type of person this man is, to where he wakes up in the morning with negative stuff on his mind, and then he says he's a godly person and try to benefit off of God. But look at the things that he wake up and do. When I wake up in the morning, I like peace. That's the first thing I'm looking for, is peace. And I go about my peace throughout the day until other BS happens. But I don't wake up thinking about who I'm gonna go after. Things like that. We all different people. We all live our lives. I'm not judging nothing, but we just exposing this man because he has this facade of who he is, but not even that. Just tends to keep coming to this boy's case and doing the things that he's doing. When I told him from the jump, bro, this is not about me. Some of it is about me and my defense, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be cool with you, and then you out here disrespecting these boys or disrespecting this these the biological family of the boys. It's not gonna happen. And from the jump, when I was out there as a day one searcher, I didn't know none of these people, the biological family or the adopted side. I was just a resident of California City that stay in the neighborhood. I just got common sense. And up to this time, I'd have been around the biological family, the fathers, the mother, Ro, and it's an easy vibe to catch that these people is hurt and have nothing to do with it. And it's only obvious, that the adopted parents have something to do with it. Well, anyways, let's get back into this dude.
Kicking out dust. I got a few things to do this morning before I go to the neurosurgeon. But good morning, Amanda. I don't want to disappoint anybody. We had a good weekend. We had a good time. We had some laughs and some giggles, and all the good stuff, right? Good schwarning was the terminated room. Good schwarning. What do we do on the weekend? Right? It's our days of rest, right? We have a good time. And that's what I did. I had a good time. We all had a great time. And it's over now. It's over now, right? Thank you so much, Lori. Hello from Houston. They don't even know Houston's got an R in it. But if you're from Dallas, it's called Houston. So, back to the regularly scheduled true crime, right? Houston, we're back to true crime now, guys. I know that it was a good run. We sure shook things up a little bit. We checked the pulse of the community. We did the checks and balances. Few of the players didn't make the cut, right? Few players didn't make the cut.
So basically, right here, what he's talking about is Chris shutting down his channel. Like, he's so excited about shutting this man down for some reason, and all he's trying to do is he goes after anybody that's bigger than him, so they could try to come over to his channel and whatever the case may be. Like Nina Boy say, cherry picking. All he did was cherry pick this man for no reason.
That's not our fault. Players don't make the cut, right? Players don't make the cut because they themselves, they just don't perform to the level that's adequate to remain, right? So we're back to true crime. I'm going to be focusing on Carolyn Struble from Estevan, Saskatchewan, where Mark and Cher live. That's what I'm going to be on, right? We did a celebration dance. We did a victory dance, right? Oh, wow, man. So, justice recording. That's what we're going to be on, right?
Hey, so let me remind y'all. Y'all see the picture that's up there, right? That was just, a week ago? And his child, God bless his child. Look, the way I approach it is, I knew it wasn't that serious because he would have said it. Children out there that catch COVID is the safest people on earth that could catch COVID, unless you have, some type of disease that can alter the COVID, like asthma or sickle cell or anything in that nature. He did not state that. And a lot of Americans was going through this same situation. You know what I mean? But this was a week ago when he did the little fake cries and all that, right? His son probably not even fully recovered yet, because it takes about 2 weeks, 10 days, from you to recover from COVID. And then when you're around somebody with COVID, you're supposed to quarantine for the same amount of days. Here we are 7 days later, probably not even that. And, he wanted the world to feel sorry for him and did all these fake cries and that sounding like an animal that's getting, an alley cat or something. I don't know. Just to fool people for the views, just to do what he's doing now. And he said it in the beginning of the live. Hey, let everybody know Benny is back live. Like basically he's saying, I'm back on my BS. And I'm just doing this for the new people out there that don't know this, man, that's trying to figure out what's going on. And to also spread awareness for these boys, to get people over here so they know about these boys, because every person counts. Everybody needs to know about these boys. But, you know, he didn't, real quick before I play the video, he didn't use his son's sickness to try to gain popularity or whatever, you know, he's doing, the views and the money for nothing, when he knew it wasn't that serious. But this is the type of person that he is. This is what he does. Just like he don't care about none of these kids that's missing at all. He don't even care about the boys. He cared more about Jackie and Cinsere, the liar, than he do about these boys. He's protecting suspects. Or even if you don't want to go that far, he's protecting people that will be in entrance. You know why? Because nobody else is. So if he does it, he's going to get views off of that. And people going to feel that too, for some reason. But if you feel Benny in any type of way, and these people that he protect, you need God. That's all I got to say. This is a criminal that protect criminals. And not to knock no criminals, but the criminals that he protect is on a whole different level of criminals. We ain't talking about no people that steal from stores, that got a warrant, that sold drugs, or, you know, had a bag of weed in their pocket 5 years ago. We talking about criminals that lost these two boys.
This channel ain't about what you saw over the weekend. There's a bunch of people that just got familiar. Alyssa Marie, thank you, lovely. Thank you, beautiful. Can I get everyone's attention?
You see how he just lied to his people? This channel is not about what we went through over the weekend, which when he says that in his world, he was only acting like this for the weekend. It was only drama for the weekend. Bro, your channel been drama. Stop lying to these people. It's been drama since the Orrin and Orson case, since you first started from there. Because that's where you started from, just to let people know and just to remind you in case you forgot. Started with the Orrin and Orson case on YouTube, made money off the boys, disrespected them, then went to the Cass Gurning case, and that's when he split up with Doug, and he felt he was doing his own thing, so he used everybody to get to the Cass Gurning case. And then that was over with. And then the Summer Wells case pop up. And then now he's in cahoots with Donald Wells. And then since the Classic Cinsere case and the Cass Gurning case, them two combined, right? Now he's doubled that with the Summer Wells case. So that's why he's not worried about a cash app, because he's making money off of views. All the money you made off the boys and Cass Gurning, you making that off of Summer Wells. And I'm not even gonna knock the parents because I don't know what's going on in that case. But what I've been hearing is, you know, suspect, criminal. But these people is allowing you to do that. And not see the type of person that you is. If I didn't know you, bro, and my child came up missing, right, and just say somehow you contacted me and said you want to advocate, you got a YouTube and all this, I would think, hey, that's good. But let me check this person out. Then I would check you out and see all the drama you got going on. And I would not, I'll be like, bro, it's cool. I appreciate your offer, but you got too much going on. I don't need that in my child's case. But these people was not doing that because they're the criminals. Benny is making them feel comfortable with who they are, while at the same time exposing them, which is just stupid. I mean, it's not stupid, but oh, I'm gonna just leave it right there, man. If you a parent and your child missing, and you talk to this man, you're an idiot, and just say you're guilty, bro, because that's how it looks. And if you're not guilty, you should take that into consideration. And I'm Donald Wells and the I don't whoever the mama, the father, the granny, whoever is in cahoots with this man, Trezell West, Jacqueline West. And then as far as Jacqueline and Trezell, if I was them, I wouldn't even want you to even deal with us no more. It might have sounded like a good idea at first, right? But then you didn't bring Ray Sean along. Now you got me out here, won't shut up, won't get off your head, won't stop exposing them. And then every time you open your mouth about them, I'm on your bumper. So you should be fired because you're doing a bad job on the bad side. You're doing a bad job on the bad side, if you understand what I'm saying.
For a minute. Rage. Honest rage. Lovely.
And also, send out drop them prayer hands for Rogue because she's already going through enough in regards to the boys, and she just lost a family member yesterday. So for Benny to be so much of a victim's advocate, it's messed up how Roe has to wake up to this. She lost a family member yesterday, and then she has to wake up today, right, to this man with the same old BS. Them people, the APs, the adoptive parents, the West Side, ain't no damn victims. Roe and the kids, and the bio family is the real victims. And I'm not pulling no Benny just to take sides. This is just reality. And let me tell y'all this. This is how I feel. I swear to God. My feelings, so y'all don't take this the wrong way. If the biological family did have these boys, I would salute them and shake their hand because that's what they're supposed to do when you attacked by these people. Ain't nobody never did it that I knew of. Went to the went and got their kids back. And that's some gangster stuff right there. And then for them to make it this far, is smart on top of that. And that's the whole thing of where we trying to find these kids to get them back to their family. That's just my feelings, y'all. So if they did have the kids, I wouldn't care. But they don't have the kids. As far as what I know, hold on, y'all. Hey, did you guys hear everything I was saying? That's crazy. I was just talking for like 10 minutes. I had that picture up so I couldn't see. Damn, that sucks. Well, anyways, we're good now. So let me start all the way back. Well, anyway, shout out to everybody in the comment section. I'm glad y'all still held it down because I had that picture up, so I couldn't see if my voice was, riff advice had to call me like, bro, is you gonna get this started? I'm like, man, I thought I was talking the whole time, and I said a lot of good stuff too. But it's all real, so it's gonna come back. But I want to first start off by drop them prayer hands for Roro because you know she lost somebody yesterday in her family, and then she has to wake up to this the next day and deal with this idiot and the same old BS. But what makes it effective is he's saying the same old BS to new people, which is not helping spread awareness, and that's not what we're here for. So it's defeating the purpose due to this man right here. But on another note, when I did say drop them prayers the first time and y'all didn't hear me, y'all was dropping prayer hands, so I thought y'all heard me. It's all good though. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back started. I apologize, you guys, but I appreciate you guys for still being here. And shout out to Roro and everybody in the comment section for holding it down. Because I guess that's where all the entertainment was. Well, not entertainment, but you know what was going on. Wait, y'all heard me or y'all didn't? Now I'm confused. Okay, y'all did hear me. I was gonna say that was a lot of good stuff. I was telling Roof advice, like, man, bro, that was you. Hey, now we all get a good laugh out of it, right? Don't laugh at me. I'm trying to do the best I can. Now we all good though. I'm actually more happy that y'all heard me because I was gonna try to make it all come back together. But y'all feel what I'm saying, though? Oh, bro, you tripping. And you making it seem like I'm tripping. And I believed it too. I'm like, bro, my mic was unmuted the whole time. Let me put my picture back up though. That was a good little laugh right there though. Hold on, you guys. All right, can you guys hear me? Let me do a little mic check before I keep going. On my end, I think we good. All right, cool. Let me get back to this YouTube video.
Lovely. Can you grab the petition link, please, madam, from change.org? So, the real reason I have you all this morning here, and you've elected to be here, we're at a store. We ain't getting up here. Just doing a live here. These are my people. Oh, wait, Big Samuel's running the register now. So we use some of these things that we do for advertisement. For it's like a bait that we flip out there with a rod, right? And what we really are wanting to have happen is we're wanting to get the attention of a larger base of supporters and believers, right? Thank you so much, Rach. Guys, if you see right there, 1,894 people have signed the petition. Anybody that's new here, anybody who, you don't even have to like me, you don't even have to like yourself to go sign that petition. Guys, this petition is to stop the exploitation of cases involving children. It's the actual verbiage is stopping the exploitation.
Y'all hear this dude, which is the main thing that he does. That's part of who he is. Idiot.
Of crimes against children. Okay, what that means is we've showed you proof of concept, right? The interview room no longer ceases to exist, right? It does not exist anymore. That is the template for what we want to have happen with any channel that is bullying, doing all the shabazz, right? Now, some people are going to say, hey, Benny, you're the best of the best when it comes to bullying. No, I'm the best of the best at defending myself against the bullying. Then what happens is I go so good, so hard into pain. You want to know what happens? These people, smoke screen comes up, and they believe I'm the one that started this stuff. I didn't start none of this. I just finished it. That's all.
Hey, we got a long way to go, y'all. Like, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna react to this and talk about it, and then I'm gonna drop the link. So I gotta do my part first, and then I'm gonna bring people on because I gotta run through this whole video. It's a lot of information that I need to get out. We 7 minutes in his video. It's an hour and 14 minutes. I don't think I'm gonna go all the way to the end of his video, but that's pretty much what's going on right now, you guys. So just to let you guys know, at the same time, it's gonna, we're gonna be here for a minute for those that's really tuned in.
Good, brother. Can I get? I got some cigarettes. Can I get one of those purple backwoods? Yes, sir. Are they both the same? Yeah. How you doing this morning? You look more rested, bro. Yeah, you were looking delirious.
Friday, Saturday? Yeah, Friday, Saturday.
You look like you were about to see stuff.
Yeah. 16 hours, man.
Oh, that's too much, bro.
You see how he be coming at people? Oh, you look awake now. You looked at delirious the other day. It looked like you about to see stuff. That's because that's what he goes through when he's high and he looks delirious and he's about to see stuff. This is just the type of person that he is. So you got to watch what he say. When he accuses others, he's talking about himself. Basically, the point that I'm getting to.
Yeah. Calm down.
That's too much. God bless you, brother. Yeah, so, no. A lot of people with a limited capacity and intelligence will spin a narrative for other people that have a limited capacity and intelligence.
And then let me say this, y'all. He be using all these big ass words just to get people's attention, to make it seem like he's smart or whatever. He do got a somewhat, he got a vocabulary, but some of the stuff he says don't make sense. But that's just the type of person he is. We don't need to hear all them big words, bro. Like, that's what CSI do in police. Like, us YouTubers supposed to break it down in the simplest way for normal people, and you trying to be all complicated. Sometimes the words that he used don't even make sense about what he's talking about.
They always want to see. Today, we're going with the backwoods this morning. We need a bigger adjustment this morning. Did I leave my car running? Sure did. So, like with Griff, right? You please sign the petition, right? What the petition is going to do, guys, the petition, we're not bullheaded, and we don't think that we're going to rewrite the laws and we're going to get new laws written down in the books and all of that. No. What we're doing is we're utilizing current penal code that's already on the books. We just want to create a combustion chamber where police, they actually start policing what happens online, right? What is the point of having cyberbullying laws and all of the different buttons that you can push to report somebody's channel, what is the point?
You see this narrative that he's trying to push when he's the number one cyber bully. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know what's going on elsewhere outside of this true crime community and everybody that's involved with Benny, but I'm pretty sure he's the number one cyber bully within America right now. But he's speaking up on it like he's not. He didn't cyber bully me into YouTube with criminal threats across state lines, which would make it a federal crime. He didn't say he gonna shoot up my house and all types of stuff. And I got the proof, and I reported it to the FBI and to Plano Police Department and Cal City Police Department. So whatever he's trying to do right here, it still don't make no sense. Like, come on, bro. Do you forget? Is your brain that messed up? You forget what you did?
Point of having those buttons if the police do not help, right? So what that means, guys, is if you're a content creator and you realize, like all these other people realize, that you're always going to get more views by being negative, right? So what they do is they'll start off with a couple of lives talking about true crime and a particular case. They're all doing it, right? Then once something happens that is a misfortune to them, it is a shortcoming to them, right? They want to call the police. They want to call us paid assassins in Channelview, Texas on live and say shit like.
So right now, I'm pretty sure y'all all seen this video. If not, go to his page. It's called Good Morning. Well, actually, no, this is not the one where he's going to the. I don't know if this is the one that he's going to the police station or not, but he just went to the police station. Like you do the same thing. Like I had to go to the FBI and the because of him, because he threatened me. I ain't never ever in my life been threatened with FBI or CPS. He didn't threaten me with all them things, and that's the only reason I went first, to protect myself. And I didn't want to do that, but I only did it to, protect me and mine, which that's what he tries to say on his end. He's going to the police to protect him. When you creating all this stuff, bro, I ain't gonna let the world forget what you did to me. And that's what he thought. He thought I might have been the Crip. I might have been that dumb black kid in the neighborhood that ain't gonna go this extent, that ain't gonna stand up for the boys, that won't go to the police, that won't call the FBI. The only thing I haven't did was call CPS, because I don't get down like that. I don't play with kids. You feel me? That's one thing I'm not finna do. But I did go to my local police department just in case he do call CPS on me. Like he threatened me multiple times. Every time, that's what he threatened me with. But he's mad because he can't find my address. Can't find nothing on me. That's what really pisses him off. That's why he want to be cool with me. Nah, bro. I played cool with you once just to see what you was going to do. Now just imagine if I was serious, then I would have been a sucker.
Not the wife and kids, just him. Like, and then so frustrated with that you call IC3 after that. Like, dude, get your shit together. So anyways, what happens is they come to realize that their understanding and their comprehension of what's actually going on with all of the details of a said crime, and the way that the law interprets it, the way that these situations fit inside of the criminal law system, right? These people have no idea. They have zero, right? Oh, God, right? So what we want to do is we understand we're going to fail with this first petition. We understand that. You got to have hundreds of thousands of signatures to be taken seriously. But what we want people to understand is even with 1,800 signatures, we're here to be taken seriously. We're here to be taken seriously. Let me give you a rundown. You can pick.
This is once again, who takes this man serious? For those that do take this man serious, all I could do is just pray for you. I feel sorry for you. And maybe you need to hear this message to be awoke. And I know a lot of folks came over here today. So it might be a lot of folks in the comment section, and also at the same time, I'm not really in the comment section right now because I'm trying to, focus on this. But respect to y'all doing y'all thing over there. I don't know, man. This dude is such an idiot. Let's get back to it.
Any creator other than me and Cher and a few others, right? You go over and look at their channels. So what happens is they realize very early on that they won't be able to intellectually stay in the investigation. So what they have to do in order to remain relevant and to...
Let me remind y'all, whatever he says about others, I could almost swear for God he is talking about himself. So keep that in mind when you listen to this dude, especially when he talks about other content creators. He's talking about himself.
In these investigations, they just start throwing out trouble hooks, right? They just want to anchor themselves to anything, any one portion of this they can. Let me tell you what. For instance, Biff, the real Biff, he's saying that he's doing what he's doing in the name of Summer Wells. Well, let me tell you this. I talk to Summer Wells' dad and mom every single day, and they don't want you to be doing this. So take it for what it's worth. You're doing nothing. You have done nothing, Biff. Well, let me take that back. You've done more than Chris.
And it's the thing. If he cares so much about kids and finding kids, right? Why are you so much worried about what the next person doing? On my end, I just came into this, but just the person that I am, it's no competition. You know what I mean? I would want to work with anybody that's on a positive vibe, that's help looking for kids. That's why when I came in, I wanted to work with Steve. I wanted to work with Matt. I wanted to work with Crenshaw, despite out of everything that's going on, because that's my intentions. The only reason I go after Benny, y'all know why. You know what I mean? That's the only reason I have to do this. But on his end, he's the creator of all the BS.
But you're still here. You still have a pulse in the virtual world. But this is what I'll tell you. Guys like Chris, guys like Doug, guys like The Lab, guys like all of them, right? They understand that they get the best views their channel has ever had when they engage in a drama with me. So then what happens is, in order to remain confident with the feeling that you're going to get the same views every video, or it's going to go on an upward trend, you get comfortable at looking at those higher numbers. So you have this sometimes very said, but...
He's talking about himself. Remember that, y'all. I talk about Benny because of what he does. I know it brings more views, which is sad. That sometimes me talking about Benny gets more views than what I'm actually here for, which is the boys. But I'm not finna dog everybody for that. It's life. I know what's up. I know how the game goes. We're gonna keep it moving.
The unfortunate, an unsaid motivator to continue to engage in shit with Benny that you can't win, so you can keep your views going up.
And let me tell y'all this, I don't care about the views. Honestly, whatever I could do for the boys, that's all that matters to me. And I kind of already expect some of the views to be low because that's usually how it is. You know, evil usually wins for the hour. You know what I mean? But God has his day. Y'all got to understand that. So it's pretty much natural to me. I'm not tripping. As long as I'm helping spread awareness for these boys in some type of way, that's all that matters. When it comes to the boys, it don't matter. It's not about the views and none of that. But the more views and all that is better, of course.
Right? So when you're not doing that, you're involved in stuff like the interview room, right? So what happens with the interview room, guys? We saw that he was going to make roughly 90 or 100 or 110,000 just this year off of views, right? That's not to mention the $3,000 to $5,000 he makes from super chats every video. So you just took we just took away a very, very lucrative career.
Why are you happy about that? I don't understand why he's happy and why you in this man's pockets, calculating how much money he gonna make, and you happy because you took this much money away from this man. You don't know who depending on this man, bro. He could have a whole family out there with kids involved in his family, and you done took some of his income and you on the internet bragging about it. For what?
We're talking about a career that in a couple of years could have been in upwards of $500,000 a year. We just took that from him.
You hear that? He just worried about, that's all he worried about. That's all he is worried about. He didn't cherry pick this man. Jealous and all that. That's it, which is sad. But this is for the people that don't know the real Benny that's coming over here that's trying to figure out. This is what I'm doing this for. And at the same time, for the boys. So if y'all don't know about the boys, go back and search. It's a lot on my channel. You could go to Crenshaw Incorporated channel, AV Watchmen, AV News Crew. You could Google it, all that stuff. If y'all don't know about the boys.
The community. So we have eliminated all of the motivating power for Chris to do what he was doing, because this is it. If you're doing the wrong shit and you're getting a lot of views, and you're doing the wrong shit and you're getting a lot of super chats and cash apps, do you have really any motivating energy around you to not do what you're doing? No. You have every motivating factor in the world, in the universe, in all the universes, to continue on doing what you're doing, right? Right? Like, so for me, it's the exact opposite, right? Nobody comes running to my aid when I seemingly look like I'm in a jam to the rest of the world on YouTube, right? All these idiots forget that all you have to do is turn the YouTube off for a couple of days, and then when you come back, someone else is fucked up. Still looking, grandma. FBI still looking for grandmas. They went to the Capitol on June 6th. No, he absolutely cares about the money. If someone tells you they don't care about the money, run the other fucking way. Because if they're trying to be helpful and there's money involved, but they don't want it, or they're telling you they don't want it, oh boy, go the other way. Okay? So, talking about these motivating factors. Once, you know what, I saw a really cute post the other day. They had like 20, 25 names on it, and they were all the sodomites from the true crime world, right? And they're like, you know, like the Nita's World, and fucking, you know, Chasing Justice, and Doug and Griff, and you know what I mean? Like just a fondue of pure relative fuckery, right?
Hey, remember, y'all, he's talking about himself.
Shit, I might be a lot of things, but I'm not a racist. I might be a lot of things, but I've never put anybody in prison unwarranted.
Unwarranted. I mean, I don't know exactly what he mean by that, but by him saying he's not a racist, I don't really know if he hate black people or not. But the things that he is doing to the biological family is racist. And then he try to say Trezell is black and all that, so like that's supposed to get him a pass. Nah, bro. You didn't stereotype me. You didn't stereotype the biological family and multiple other people, bro. When you look at certain individuals that you don't know and you give them a title without knowing them, especially when it comes to black and white, due to our history, bro. So you as a white man coming at these black folks that you do not know, and the first racist thing to damn near say about a black person is negative. Oh, they gangbang, or this or that. Is within your heart is racist, which I don't understand, because when you try to be cool with me, like, I love black people, it's hard for me to communicate with white people. Like, you're not finna run that game on me, bro. That shit don't even make sense, because you're white yourself. But maybe your brain condition really F's you up. But look, let me tell you this. We don't care about your brain condition over here, bro. We care about fighting these boys. If your brain condition is causing you to do all this on the internet, get off the internet. Are you going to be held responsible for what you do, disregards of your health issues, bro? You smart enough to put all these words together, right? This big terminology, right? And then you smart enough to understand what you're doing, because you admit that you're wrong all the time. So that's why nobody cares about your brain condition, bro. Just to let you know. You're not finna fool us over here. Because I'm going to just say it like this. It's a lot of people that feel, ooh, I'm going to just be real. It's a lot of people that feel you go into surgery and don't come back, bro. And honestly, shit, I feel them. Because I ain't got no feelings for you, bro. You ain't got no feelings for these kids. Why the hell would I, like, why would anybody care for you?
You know, so on and so forth, right? I don't want to get deep down into that. So if you go look at all the special names, all these special names on that list, let me tell you what they have in common. Well, Benny, what do they got in common? Don't you know all those people? Chris M came through and he did the Salt Bay. Hold on, let me show you. Benny, what's Salt Bay? Salt Bay is that guy here. Let me show you. This is Salt Bay. We're gonna call CM Salt Bay, right? Salt Bay is that guy who comes by and does all that weird shit on your steak, and then he goes and he sprinkles a little dust on your steak, right? So now the Salt Bay has been removed, and there's no more fairy dust to be dropped down up anyone's noses. That's what happens. He comes by with the fairy dust, and he sprinkles a little bit up your nose, and next thing.
Hey, yeah, Shelly Rogers, just to speak up on that real quick. You seen how he went to the police station, right? And then he tried to file this report on a retired cop, which is stupid, bro. And it's also stupid because a couple of days prior to him going to the police station, Plano police was at his house, and he highly disrespected Plano police, right? Told them F they self and all that. Both officers. And then gonna run to the Plano police, right? And try to make this report on Chris, right? And then say he's scared. And then blame COVID, with his son at home with COVID. You go into the police station without no mask, and you so scared, right? But you just dox yourself. Why are you telling the police you scared? But you on the internet giving out your information. Your first name and last name. You said 1800, I mean, whatever, 18th Street, 2400 18th Street. Everybody know what city you live in. So how scared are you? You're not scared of COVID, or you're not scared of Chris or anybody. Like, come on, bro. Idiot. We all know he's an idiot. This is for the new people that don't know, once again. And we're gonna get into when he gets into the boys. So that's more to come. We got a little bit of ways to go.
You know, you lose your fucking mind. You lose your fucking mind. He was pushing his music right after he lost his channel, which in all honesty, it does not sound like him. It is not him. I'm telling you. I'm pissed. Where's the answer, Benny? I've reached put to you. Oh, Tammy Sue, it seems like you're over here this morning demanding some shit. And I'm sorry, I don't, man, that's just the wrong. The first song on the album he promoted was about money. Tammy Sue, like, yeah, good morning, lovely. Good morning. But you're not allowed to come over here and demand anything. Who the fuck are you? Anyways, so Courtney Struble was a 14-year-old girl who was growing up in, I don't want to say rural Saskatchewan, because it's seemingly moderately rural. She was hanging out with some friends, watching a movie, had been at a couple of different establishments, hanging out with some friends, and then she just vanished. And so 17 years later, the beautiful Cher, she finds this poor girl. Not find her, but finds her case, rather. Sorry. I should have clarified that. Found her case, and immediately the family started reaching out, like just and, we found out, we're coming to find out that, there was just a lot of issues with the investigation, right? They believed Courtney was a runaway for the first, I don't want to butcher this, for the first 3 or 4 months. They thought that she was a runaway.
I'm trying to get to the main part. I just got to let it play because he kind of goes back and forth. Hey, what's up, AV? We got Steve up in the building, man. Yeah, I kind of explained that earlier, Steve. The only reason I speak up on this dude is because he keep disrespecting these kids and putting false narrative out there about the biological family. And part of spreading awareness, you know what I mean, is get the truth out there. So just where I come from, I don't like when he's, you know, he got so many people that he's lying to about these boys, which is defeating my purpose. You know what I mean? Of help spreading awareness. He's taking away from spreading awareness for these boys. That's the only reason I speak up on him, bro. And then, you know, he brought me into this, so it's you know, it's like a forever enemy. But I respect you, Steve 100, though. You feel me? And also I do this because you know, y'all already got y'all channel, and y'all already went through what y'all went through, and y'all don't want to discuss this dude, and y'all ain't got time for this dude. On my end, I got time. Not saying you can't hold your own or nothing. We all grown men in here. It's all respect. Tip my hat to you, bro. Shout out to Steve. Let me say this real quick while Steve in here. Benny not going online talking about all the good things that Steve did. Like, I don't know too much about, and I don't want to say too much, but as far as I know, Steve just helped recover a missing person's body. And that should be pretty much it. But that's it. You know what I mean? And when I talked to Steve about that, I told him, like, bro, that's blessings. You brought closure to family members. You brought closure to her story. You are blessed for that, bro. Just even if it's just one body out of his whole career, I respect that and salute that on top of what he already did for the boys. And that's why I go after Benny, because I know people like Steve, people like Crenshaw, I ain't got time for that. And then on top of what he did to, you know, what he did to Steve, to where Steve is still going through stuff with, you know, law issues in regards to what Benny and Doug said to Steve. But dropped on 100s for Steve, man. You know, he don't like to feel like a superhero and all that. Steve is just Steve. Steve is a great man. But hey, look, Steve, in our eyes, bro, you are a superhero, bro. Know what I mean? Yeah, I know you ain't worried, bro. And that's what I expect, to not be worried. But I got time, bro. I got time. And if you my peoples, you my peoples. And I'm gonna stand up at all times, bro. So where y'all ain't gotta do that. You don't need to do that. It's a waste of time. But yeah, shout out to Steve, man. He just recovered a missing person's body. I don't know too much details. I don't want to put too much details out there. If you're interested in what he got going on, go check out his channel. Or if you already know Steve, inbox him, text him, see what's going on. But he has did something great. You know what I mean? That's all that matters. And that's what people hate on. Nah, just a dude with a camera who happens to care. Nah, I feel you though, bro. You know what I mean? You go. That's, you know, sometimes that's how I feel, but you is though, bro. In reality, you is, man. You might not want that title. I understand. You're a grown man. You might not want that on you, bro. But that's just how people feel about you. And me as a grown man, and just, you know, looking up to you and what you done, like that's superhero type stuff, bro. You know, you brought closure to a death that if you didn't do that, they probably would have never had no closure, bro. That's what superheroes do. Shout out to Steve though. Let's get back into this video.
So when you're filed as a runaway, they're not actively looking. There's no emergency necessarily, unless you're one of the endangered runaways or a critical runaway, right? Danger to yourself or someone else, right? So this girl goes missing 17 years later. Most everyone around her has been polygraphed, and I mean, it just went the rank looking for this girl. Speaking of her, Cher Bear, did you get the age progression photos that I sent to you? I know we don't email a lot, so it was going to be from Altitude Films. I just wanted to make sure you got them, because if you didn't, then I need to send them through to you again. So one of our supporters, Sassoon, he is awesome with the Photoshop and all that other stuff. And what I did, they are awesome. Thank you. Those, my friend Sassoon made those. He really did a very good job making some age progression photos of Courtney Struble with different colored hair, different styles. And I just feel hopeful for Courtney this morning. I feel like the pieces are coming together, but they're coming together on Courtney's time. Right? They're not coming together on some other time arrangement. Things are seemingly gelling together for the benefit of Courtney and her family. Guys, can you imagine? Fathers, I know there's not going to be a lot of fathers here, but mothers, that have special relationships with your daughters. Can you imagine your child going missing for 17 years? How do you wake up the next day that's not promised and find the mustard to keep going? Like, what keeps a parent from losing the very thing that is supposed to be the most precious to their whole being?
Hey, make sure y'all go sub to E&E All Around Crime.
My children are everything. What do you do? How do you maintain any sort of life, quality of life, with a child that is in the wind? Morning, everyone. That's saying hello. Sorry, it's too many names. LOL. I love y'all very much, and we love you too. We love you too, Cher. So, for those that aren't aware, I do want to mention this. I caught a little flack about talking about the backyard challenge deal, and a lot of people were saying,
all right, I'm gonna try to fast forward just to get to the boys part, because I ain't trying to hear all this flabbergabber.
Let me tell you about it. So there was a man and a woman. The man was Trezell West. The woman was Jacqueline West.
All right, here we go.
They had adopted two. Not tell you the sacrifices that Cher Bear has made to take this on. Okay. I am supporting my friend, and instead, and I'll be honest with you, I've already worked the boots on the ground situation. That was the cash earning case, and I feel like, based upon what the people I was protecting told me, what I did with the cash earning cases, I was able to go in and I was able to shut down. I mean, it was anything you see online about Monica Sherrod and that family. It's all speculative because they don't know, because Benny shut it down. Same thing did with the West case. See,
bro, you didn't shut down nothing. The case got handled. The suspect was in jail, and it come on, bro. It moved on to the Summer Wells case. He trying to boast himself up, like, with the extras. This dude tripping.
People are really upset with Benny about with Warren and Orson West is this. There was a lady on Shares the other day who was saying,
all right, here we go, y'all.
The case. Let me tell
here
you
we
what
go.
happened.
Here we go.
First, someone elected to take two little boys.
Elected?
That's who ruined the case. Let me
We got to pay attention to this dude. Put that in y'all notes. Elected. To me, that means like somebody has to vote on who's going to take the kids. I might be reaching. I don't know. That don't sound right. It was some people elected to take these kids. Oh, maybe it was his God, because he always says my God, right? Man.
About it. So there was a man and a woman. The man was Trezell West. The woman was Jacqueline West. They had adopted two little boys, Classic and Cinsere, and later changed their name to Orrin and Orson, right? So mom of the boys, Ryan Dean.
Hey, before we get started, I want to see them hashtags. Where the boys? All y'all. If y'all really love the boys, y'all here for the, and I'm not even gonna put that on y'all like that. Let's drop where the boys. Hey, Jennifer, we just getting started on the boys part, so you good. We just now getting started. We an hour in, and we about to get started right now. Where the boys? Hashtag where the boys? Where the boys? Where the boys? I should see like 30 hashtags right now. There we go. What's up, Roro? Shout out Roro, man. She a solid one, a real one for reals. And I be like, not like that, man. I know Roro a solid one, but like days like this, man, like I be feeling bad. Like, she just lost someone yesterday. Then she got to go through this. You know what I mean? Like, because of this idiot that somewhat cares about people so much, right? A victim's no, come advocate for the real victims. You advocate, you's a criminal advocate, bro. Where the boys, where the boys, where the boys. There we go. And drop some comments for Ro. Like, I know she a strong one. She feel the love, but let's bring more love for Ro. Because I already know she feel the love just off people having her back and looking for the boys. Let's give her some personal love. Let's drop some red hearts for Ro. Drop them red hearts for Ro real quick, y'all. Because she really deserves this. And I ain't even got to explain. Y'all know what's up. Drop them red hearts for Ro real quick. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's show Ro some love. And y'all can keep dropping the where the boys, where the boys, where the boys. There we go. That's what's up, y'all. Ain't much love, Ro for reals. We all love you, Ro, for reals. It's all good, Ro. We got you. Like, you need that support, especially going through your everyday life, going to school, going to work, still trying to, focus on you. Hey, I appreciate that, y'all. For reals, for reals.
Well, let me just say this. She has 4 kids, custody of none of them. All the fathers have the kids, right? So the first child was taken into custody because she left the child with a male partner or friend who was not supposed to be alone with children due to his background from Detroit, Michigan. Somehow the child's femur bone became broken while in this man's custody. Allegedly, the mom comes home and sees the baby in mass discomfort and takes the child to the doctor. They scan the baby's leg and find out he has a broken femur. Anyone that's not aware of what the femur bone is, it's the largest fucking bone in your body. It's this one. So with what they knew the force had to have been to break a child's femur bone, they took the child from her. While the first child was in care and custody, she had another child. This second child, let me mind you, the fathers to each of these boys, they have different dads. The fathers are cousins, and they're both.
All right, so I talked to Ro earlier when this happened. The fathers are not cousins, without even getting into details. And honestly, I don't want to even get into details because it's no need to. Honestly, how I feel, whatever happened prior to the boys missing, we could get back to that if it's necessary. But we need to focus on what's going on right now. Why the boys are missing. Forget, why they got put in the system. My channel is not for that. I don't even know too much information on that. Honestly, I just know the system and all this is BS. I don't slide with them anyways. You feel me? That's just my lifestyle. So I'm not even finna push that narrative, and I don't even want Ro to get upset. So I'm gonna play the video, but I just want y'all to mind this because that's not the point. The point is right now, focus on the last people who had the kids. They could have been in the system for whatever reason. So, all right, so what? That's not why they missing it. Y'all can say it leads up to that, whatever. They never would have been in this, but we don't know what's going on. It's corruption involved. So we, on my end, like the biological family is still out the picture. It still all leads to the adoptive parents. They the ones that adopted these kids, that gave them, changed their names, acted like they love these kids, to do whatever with these kids and lie and get rid of these kids. So I just want to catch y'all up on what we on. So y'all ain't even got to go into details about this, and ain't nothing to be explained on my end. I don't, bro. You good, fam. You don't got to get on here and explain that. I don't even want you to, because you're going through too much, and that's not the point. And if it is the point, say that until we figure out what happened, what's going on now. And then, if you feel some type of way about how the kids got put in the system, then go back and do, feel how you feel. But right now, we on these last people that lied to the world, that was responsible for these kids, that is so strict, right? That never let these kids outside. Nobody never seen these kids, right? Like, come on. And that's where Benny mess up at, because anytime he does something like this, I'm exposing the West Side. That's why he should be fired. They're all idiots, though. That's why people, that's why it's all going to crash. He's going to crash. The Cinsere and Jacqueline, everything's going to come to the light. Ossie, too. Don't forget Ossie. And I'm a cuss for my first time on a live, and it's not even a cuss word, but that bitch, Ossie, don't forget about that bitch. She behind the scenes trying to do shit.
Crips from Bakersfield, California. The one of the boys' fathers. So let me step back. So the youngest son, who now is born to his mother, whose brother is in custody, he's born FASD, fetal alcohol. So he's
lies. Like I said, I'm gonna try to speak as much facts as I can, and most of it came from talking to Ro today. Peace and blessings to Ro. It's all good, Ro. But that part, what he just said, is a lie.
And immediately and put with his brother. So they go through the process, and they
once again a lie. It's not facts. He don't even know what he's speaking up on, but he's steady pressing his narrative for what? Just think how I'm thinking, y'all. Benny knows he can't start a full story on these boys and get views for views every day. So the Benny that we all know would just leave the boys alone, right? Because he's not benefiting off of it, right? But he is, though, because he's friends with the West. For somehow, he already said he emails them in the beginning of the case. He's friends with them. He don't even got to get paid. But this is what he does. This is what he's comfortable with in life, is making criminals comfortable. And criminals is comfortable with him just because of birds of a feather flock together. Evil recognize evil. God recognize God. And that's exactly what it is. So the fact that he randomly just brings up the boys, but every time he brings up the boys, he's dogging a bio family, right? Peep this, though. The West Side, the original West Side, didn't even point at the biological family, but they doing it behind the scenes. You get what I'm saying? The Ossies, the Bennies. It's not making no sense. So, Benny, what is your point of keep bringing up the boys and steady attacking the biological side, but then you steady coming to me trying to apologize when I told you from the jump this ain't finna go on? It's just not making no sense. So it's a solid reason why this man, and I want y'all to pay attention to this, because this is getting serious the more and the more he does this. And go peep out Ossie Insider page. She been low-key doing videos on the boys the last couple of days. The last week, she got about 5 videos up that ain't nobody talking about. But she is the first person that put Bennykeyz, Benny Steezy up on game with her information. She was giving Benny information at first, and she works for Google. So she has strings to where it might be them strings that's getting people channel pulled down. But this all leads back. This all leads back to the boys' case. Why is Aussie steady pushing this narrative? Jamie too. Jamie might be scared. I don't know, but she can't be scared because she keep inboxing me. And then she already said it's bigger players involved. So that's damn near confirmed with the PI. And like, come on, man. All this stuff is starting to add up. And Benny's starting to look real suspect for reals. And I've been paying attention because I'm really concerned. I really want to know. Why is he defending these people so much? Unconditionally. He barely loves his children unconditionally. He got a whole daughter out there. I think he got more kids, but I know for sure he got a daughter out there that he don't care about. But you unconditionally love the West Side, bro. You love these criminals. It's all gonna reverse on you, bro. You're talking about you believe in God. That's why I'm glad you say your God. Every time you talk about God, Benny be like, my God, my God. Like, who the is your God, bro? Whoever you pray to, I need to stay away from your God. Like,
Get put with a lady, and this lady had them for some time. Now, the original foster care lady, she had went against the court's ruling and was allowing the mother to have contact with these children. So what they did was they took the children from the initial first foster care and they moved them to Jacqueline and Trezelle West. They had the boys for roughly a little over a year, and then they adopted, and now these children are theirs, right? So the children go missing from outside the house.
exactly. So let's break this down. I got to break every point down for those that don't know. They finna know tonight. These people adopted these kids, right? And the only reason you would change their names and all that, go that extent, is because you love these kids, right? But then when they come up missing, let's not forget about the cameras. That's why we always gotta thank Steve, because it's multiple cameras in that neighborhood. But Steve was able to go to Mike's house, and Mike was willing to give up that footage, unlike the rest of the neighborhood, because Mike wasn't scared to give up the footage, and AV did his thing. There's a lot of places they messed up on. Common sense, like, come on now. Do I gotta go further? No, let's get back to the video. Because I know most of y'all here already know that, you feel me, the business.
House, right? Now, we are talking about a family, a man and a woman. They're biracial. She's Hispanic. He's African American. They have two kids of their own.
Hey, look, the melanated man of America, do not consider this Trezelle West. He is not a African man. He is a reptilian, whatever he think he is. He's not of us. We don't do these type of things. So exit that out the way. We don't hurt kids. We protect kids. And anything like, no, he's not no African American man. He's a question mark.
And then they had 4 fosters, making 6 in total. So we're talking about a family that is trying to open up their own, their heart, their home, everything for 2 small boys that were marginalized. Come to find out, the oldest boy was also born with feet.
You see how he's trying to make it seem like they care so much, right? If the West Side cares so much, why are they quiet? Oh, you told them to be quiet. right? Listen to Benny. That's gonna help you in court, right? Hey, to the west side, bro. I'm pretty sure y'all watching. One of y'all, Hosea, Jamal, Trezire, Wanda the Riddle lady, the jokester, Jacqueline Bin Lion, her mama, the witchcraft lady. One of y'all listening, like, oh, this is y'all advocate, right?
Alcohol syndrome. So this woman even goes, Ryan Dean even goes on.
That alcohol syndrome with the boys is a lie. But you see how he's trying to make it seem so bad, right? Why? This is the point that I'm getting to, y'all. Why is he unconditionally protecting these people?
Her Facebook, and she tries to minimize her involvement and says that, oh, well, her other kids are okay, and she drank with them too. So she is officially the mother of 4 children with fetal alcohol syndrome, right? So,
which is a lie. That fetal alcohol syndrome, lie. Then at the same time, if it is the truth, prove it, bro. Where your paperwork at?
the biological side of the family is all a Crip enterprise organization. The father of one of the
racist. We all got, if you from California, this is for the people in California. Most likely the melanated people, Hispanics, black folks, Hawaiians, Puerto Ricans, El Salvadorians, Asians, you feel me? Like, man, coming from California, we all got gang members in our family. But just the fact, he's trying to say that this family is all Crips. All of them. But then you got people like Road that ain't got no record, that's not gang affiliated. You know what I mean? But, we all come from the same place. We still a product of our environment. And to go into history, your peoples made us a product of our environment. Bastards of the party, bro. If you really want to get deep and blame people, like, you was not of this culture, so don't speak up on it.
children. His house was raided by the feds, and when they busted the door down, the man, he had a new child, a baby, a 9-month-old baby, and when they took the baby out of the crib, the father had put a Glock pistol with a 30-round magazine, we're talking about a magazine this big, on a gun, hanging way down here. He put the gun underneath the baby. He had the fucking gun hiding underneath the baby while it was asleep in the crib. So,
what about these people that lost the boys, though? Once again, you defending these people for nothing. But you a victim's advocate, right? A victim's advocate would probably defend the West Side, but not make more victims, the real victims, on your end.
Fast forward to when Autism Mama was on. You can verify all these facts. I'm spouting them out and I'm dead fucking right now. So, these.
Nah, bro, we want you to verify these facts. Verify that the whole family is Crips. Everything that you just said, if you're a real man, and he's supposed to be a blood, so he's affiliated with the streets. You know how the rules go. When you make allegations like this, you're supposed to show paperwork. You're supposed to have some type of proof. That's why everything I speak on my channel, even when it comes to Benny, I have proof. There's some stuff that I deleted that I don't speak on because I'm pretty sure y'all would believe me. But at the end of the day, I deleted it. I don't have the proof, so I don't speak up on it. But a lot of the stuff I do have the proof. But you can't just go around making allegations like this and you ain't got no proof or nothing. Then if you did, it don't matter. Like, where are the boys?
2 children who were taken by the state and put into a great home, and all sides of their family biologically are Crips. So what we saw happen was
a great home. That wasn't no damn great home. None of them kids, nobody's seen none of their kids, bro, for years. They don't even let their own kids outside. They probably training their own kids on how to kidnap kids and sell kids. A great home. This great home lost these 2 great kids, stupid, with cameras all around the neighborhood. Let me let y'all know, it's multiple cameras around that neighborhood, y'all. And I could damn near bet my life on it that the FBI and law enforcement has footage from a lot of the neighbor, but they're not going to say that. Mike's footage is not the only footage. Then at the same time, let me tell y'all this. Ro had brought this up earlier. They moved the investigation to Bakersfield from Cal City because they knew them boys never made it to Cal City. When they give updates, it's not nothing on the biological family. It's on the adoptive family still trying to. The adoptive family is under investigation. It's there. Even the police is saying it now. The updates just said that. We just got updated 2 weeks ago, a week ago, on that the investigation and basically, if you know how to read in between the lines, the investigation is under the adoptive family, stated by Bakersfield Police Department about 1 week ago. So that would debunk everything he's saying right there, right now, which would further prove that he knows that, but he's still defending these people. At this point, he might be getting paid behind them, because I remember at one point during the Cass Gurning case, in the beginning, he mentioned somebody, a random person that always come through and donates a big amount of money, but never said their name or never said what for. But he said their money is always good and it takes care of everything. So who is that person? Who is Aussie? Is Aussie the one that's getting all these people channels shut down? Because she worked for Google, might work for YouTube. You never know. Y'all got to pay attention to what's going on.
The same fucking thing you saw with Don and Candace and that you're seeing with every other case, right? They go in and they completely fucking dismantle the West family, right? They went so AB and all them, they found this lady named Cherry Vasquez. They swore Cherry Vasquez was Jacqueline West's mother. They hassled her and harassed her until she got the FBI involved, and then they immediately stopped fucking with her, and like it was the same thing Chris Am is doing right now with me. It was Nomadic. They did that with this lady Cherry, right? So as soon as AB and all of them were exposed on the news by KERO, Bakersfield News 23, exposed AB on primetime TV for harassing this woman who was not even. They went to her house and threatened her that if she didn't do this, and that, essentially what they came knocking on her door saying that they had proof that she was the mother, the grandmother of the missing boys. Cherry is a very lovely subscriber of mine. So I stood up for Cherry in the Gap. Actually, Doug did too. Me and Doug, we circled the wagons around Cherry, right? They left her alone because me and Doug stopped the onslaught on Cherry, right? So we finish. So what we're doing to Summer Wells and Don and Candace and the boys and all of that, right? It's the same thing that the online community did to the adoptive family of Trezell and Jacqueline, right? Sneaking around the back of their fucking house in their garbage, breaking windows. I mean, all kinds of shit they did to these people because their two adopted kids went missing. But let me tell you the fucking kicker. This is the fucking kicker. The kicker is that the whole biological family is a crime wave of Crip street gang members. And let me tell you what, all these bad motherfuckers online, you want to know what happened? They were too pussy to go do the same shit they're doing to Don and Candace. They were too pussy to do it to the Crips, who were the biological family of these two missing boys. Too pussy.
I don't know who he's talking about, but it just goes back to the same narrative of this is what he's doing. He's trying to make the biological family seem as bad as possible. What is the first thing you will put on black people is being a gang member, right? Crips, right? It's all part of his narrative for what? Why did you wake up today, bro, and want to decide to say this? There's no reason besides just protecting these criminals. Like it's your job or something. At first, I didn't know what to think. He's just, trying to cover his ass, but then he keeps doing it. It's not making no sense. The adoptive family didn't even blame the biological family. They didn't even point fingers. You was the first one to point fingers. But maybe that was their agenda. So they didn't have to do it. So they mess with somebody like you for you to do it and for you to continue to do it. But y'all think y'all winning, y'all losing. Y'all ain't nothing but evil, bro. That's the same thing Chris said in his post. He said this is good versus evil. You ain't nothing but evil, bro.
Right? If you have to pick where two missing kids went, people, okay, let me ask you a question. If you had two boys go missing, this is going to be multiple question, right? Two of them, right? So, say two boys go missing. Do you automatically think that it's the adoptive family? Probably. So once you extinguish all of everything having to do with the adoptive parents, you now take a look at this other side of the biological family that's got 80 fucking Crip members in it. The grandpa's a Crip, okay? So.
All right, y'all. So we're going to take a little 2 minute, but I want y'all to answer his question. If y'all had to pick a side, it's 75 people in here right now. So at least 50 of y'all should be able to answer. If y'all had to pick a side of where these boys are at, biological or APs. And if you feel different, don't be ashamed. We're not here to judge. Well, over here it says 76, 77. Drop them comments, y'all. Which we all know the real, but just to show people, like, you feel me, what's going on, because we need this. It's people out there that really feel differently, you know what I mean, because of what he's doing.
So at what point do you say, okay, we're not looking at these generic, very generic, nothing extravagant about Jacqueline or Trezell, no criminal record, no speeding tickets, no fucking nothing. But we've got 100 Crips on the biological side of these two missing boys, and nobody, I mean nobody, would do the Candace and Don to the Crips.
Come on, y'all. 100 Crips, the whole family? I know a lot of gangbangers. I know a lot of, man, I'm from California where it's originated. I never met one whole family that's affiliated.
Hence, these two boys are still fucking missing. Still fucking missing. And they refuse to go look at the Crips, right? So I got this guy, Rayshawn, right? I'm not even going to go into Rayshawn. Fuck Rayshawn. I don't got to explain myself to nobody about Rayshawn. Fuck all that. Right? So what they do is they say that I ruined the case. I didn't kidnap these children. What I did was I came here and I went there and I told them, don't say shit online no more, and they fucking did it. It has been almost a year. And they didn't say shit. The fucking Crips had a lot to say in the way.
I hope y'all all heard that.
That's it.
This is the most important part of the whole live. He just admitted to everybody, right, that he told the adoptive family not to talk. Hey, Westside, he making y'all look bad. He just took responsibility for y'all being quiet. And we all know y'all not going to come defend that. Y'all heard that, right? I told them to be quiet. Okay. Hey, somebody go back and screen record that because I was supposed to do that, but just that part right there, his voice where he said, I told them to be, that's a major part. So we gonna stand on that. Right out the horse's mouth, right?
That is it. I didn't ruin shit. What I did was I kept the fucking thing in a vacuum and I told these people, don't fucking talk to these idiots. Look what they're doing. They did one interview and we emailed back and forth for a few months and they never said another fucking word online. Monkey Bar was involved in the Oregon North and West case. She knows exactly what the fuck was going on.
We emailed in the beginning. So now we know he was in contact with these folks. Confirmed. So all of a sudden you stop talking to them. No, you still talk to these people. You talk to all these criminals, bro. You didn't tell the West family to shut up. They told you that they not going to speak. We all know they kind of smarter than anybody else, apparently. They smarter than a Donald Wells or, but you was in contact with them. Hey, y'all, put that in y'all notes, y'all. Very important information. Either way it go, this man knows something. He's dealing with these people because he know they're not going to get caught. And he's just a whatever. I don't know. But his activities is not on the right side, for sure, for sure.
I ruined the West case, right? Thank you, Kimber. No! If somebody did, Doug did. He was running around getting arrested and cutting himself and all kinds of shit. Well, yes, there is a whole lot going on in terms of corruption, right? We have an FBI agent that owns a pot store and a gun store with a door in between them, and he's still active federal law.
With the Doug situation, they both, I'm not going to say ruin the case. We got to get an understanding on this, y'all. Can't no damn YouTuber ruin a case without law enforcement giving them a heads up. Just say you got the Benny out there, right? That might really alter in the case, or even me, because I advocate for whatever. To say I'm doing something wrong, I will be approached and be like, hey, you need to stop. It's altering the case. We don't need you. You know what I mean? Just like they did the private investigator, supposedly, right? So it's you can help a case as a YouTuber, right? But it's kind of really hard to mess up a case. So when I say Benny messed up the case with the boys, it's helped spread an awareness, to which the more awareness that is out there, the more likely these boys could be found, because it could be any type of information out there. So understand the difference. So when I say Benny is messing up the case, it's because of he's not really helping. He is, even when he does the BS, y'all, it's still helping spread awareness, especially when I'm able to come clean up his mess and tell the world the truth. And like everybody else, any other YouTubers that stepped up and, in defense of the boys. But you can't really mess up the case, man, legally. As far as on their end, as far as altering an investigation with law enforcement, because they will shut you down before anybody, or try to, you know what I mean? So y'all got to understand the difference. The way Benny messed up the boys' case is help spreading awareness, attacking these people that don't need to be attacked. That's the difference. Legally wise, his dumbass can't do shit. He ain't that smart.
Enforcement, right? He's also best friends with the chief of police. The chief of police is a fucking actor trying to get a movie deal in fucking LA. Like, it's the worst, right? So you had all these fucking people jump out of the woodwork. Doug was boots on the ground. He didn't want to go fuck with no Crips. Hell no. No YouTuber that was in Cal City was equipped to go fuck around doing the same shit, trying to make the Crips guilty, right?
Hey, just let me say this on my behalf. Like, if it would have been vice versa, I would have did the same thing. Honestly, like right now, I feel is a more dangerous position going against an enemy that I don't really know, just like what Roro and them is going through, facing these police and stuff, bro. Like, that's a more bigger enemy. That's more something to fear with when standing up to these boys. Not no Crips, bro. I would stand up to some Crips. There's no need to, though. If they was even all Crips, they might got some Crips or whatever, but y'all get what I'm saying, though. Like, don't put it out there like people are scared to still. Come on, bro. If it would have led down to the biological family having these boys, and I would have did the same thing. Because it don't matter about none of that to me. It's about these boys. Fear nothing. I don't know what you talking about, bro, but you got the game twisted. I don't gang bang, but I am of the streets. I got peoples, bro, that's there living that life. That was damn near ready to come slide on your ass. And you feel me? Come on now. Get that up out of here, bro.
They didn't do none of that. Fuck no. They picked on two people that were hiding from them. Doug ran. Ran right to his van, took a knife out and cut himself, and then called the police and tried to say that the other guy cut him, and they took Doug's dumbass to jail. Go figure. So no,
and you know what? I'm gonna be real. Since Doug in here too, Doug already know what's up. I ain't got no problems with Doug. I told Doug what's the deal. I mess with AV, Steve. They got some issues. That's that. But one thing I can say about Doug, he been trying to correct himself. And even though he might have got turned down, Steve might not still mess with him, and some of the people still might accept him, he still stayed on the same page as correcting himself. So that speaks a lot. So you could shut that shit up, bro. Just like Benny tried to do. His words say he corrected himself, but his actions speak differently. He was just apologizing to me last week. But he know the deal with me, bro.
Very careful about what you say Benny did, right? Because Benny has been in the fold with the first-hand victim since the very beginning. What the fuck do I need to come here for and just spout out?
And let me clear this too. Once again, I mess with Steve, AV Watchman, and that's my boy, man. So I'm gonna ride with him first. But at the same time, I'm not just gonna get in everybody's BS evolved around these boys, because I didn't come in as nobody's problem. So I'm gonna stay like that, but real recognize real. But Doug, I respect you for trying to correct yourself, bro, and continuing to do it, because you came. It was like 2 months now, 3 months, and I know you got turned down a lot, but what actions speak louder than words. Like I say, you didn't get turned down and be like, all right, well, I stop apologizing or nothing. You still, and that's the right thing to do, bro. Understand what you did and move on. That's Let me tell y'all this too. It's never no such thing as being a grown man, as being a grown person. Because if you become a grown man while you're alive, that means you put your life at a halt. You're not growing no more. You're supposed to always grow. Always grow.
Hate at the parents parents of missing children that I have no intention on trying to create a relationship and get the best sort of fucking answers and information you get. You think Doug is getting good info? You think Griff is getting good info? Do you think CM was getting good info? Who's getting the good info? The people that slid right up next to it with the humanity. The fucking humanity. Humanity is what gets you answers. Tell the FBI. And I tell them I bought this as a single cigarette too. I didn't buy it in a pack. I mean, I did buy it in a pack. But let's tell them that I federally broke the law and I bought this as a... No, Rap U is cool, Leah. Rap U is all good. No, Rap U, that's my people. They're good. So that's where I'm at, right? That's where I'm at. And tell them that I'm lighting the cigarettes with fire. Ooh, and I don't have a license to be running this piece of... Yeah, we're with you, Rap U. No worries. Thank you, though, Leah, for being on the trigger. I like that.
Just listen to this man laugh, man. I think it's about over. I'm damn near tired of hearing this man's voice. I think that's about it, though. Let's see.
So, Courtney Struble, 17 years. So what you can do with this Inquisitor is we can say, hey, let me pick a name. Leaving
let's talk about
this is what he says. You can go to a mass burial with no headstones. You can take some of Leave It to Beaver's DNA. Mind you, a fingernail is all.
Hey, what's up, Tiffany? Peace and blessings.
So you take a piece of fingernail and you put it in the machine. And the machine is called an Inquisitor. The machine makes a reading. It's like touch DNA shit, right? But
all right, so look, let me point this out, y'all. Once again, he's back to the boys. It's something that's triggering him. It's a motive behind this, y'all. Something really deep. Now he's going back to Steve. So anybody that's doing anything good for the boys, he attacked. But why? This is the bigger picture that I'm trying to paint to y'all, because those that come from the Cass Gurning case, that come from the Summer Wells case, look at where he started from. Because if he has a machine behind him in the beginning, most likely it's the same machine that's pushing him throughout all these cases, even if it's just the devil. It's something. But just with the boys, though, he don't have to speak about the boys. He knows it's a wrap with the boys. He know he cannot do no honest information or make money off the boys like he did at first. I will make sure that ain't happening. But then again, he knows that too. But then he still does shit like this. Attacking anybody that did anything. Now, it could just be jealousy. His brain is leaking. He does, I think he says that at the end of the video. That's why I want to get to the end of the video, because he tries to use it as an excuse, but I'm just trying to figure out the whole point of why this man attacks anybody that's trying to help these boys. And he can't even respect the fact that, just say how he been messed up the whole time, right? And he was just trying to find a way on YouTube and found his way, right? He still could have corrected himself. Not right now, but back then. And still cared about the kids. Just even caring about the kids, you utilize your way to get to where you at, defending the adoptive parents, and then you moved on. So from your heart, if you cared about these kids and you knew you was doing wrong, you could stick to that and correct yourself, but you didn't, because you don't care about these kids, bro. And that's what I want everybody else to see out there. If you don't care about where he started from, Classic and Cinsere is the only reason why this lemon head is here. Do you think he even think like that, to go back And he'd be like, man, I done made it off what these kids then went through. They struggles. I exploited these children. The best thing you could do is just not speak up on them or speak up on the family if you know the real. And where you mess yourself at, where you mess up at, bro, is you're dumb, but you're smart. Like Mike Epps say, ain't nothing smarter than a dumb mother. You feel me? You smart enough to know what's going on with these boys, bro. And if you're not, why is you covering true crime with other kids when you cannot see who is responsible for these boys? Why are you moving on to the next case? You ain't even mastered what's going on where you started from. That's why I'm glad when I expose you, you get most of my views from the beginning. Even though I'm not a person about money or none of that, but I'm glad most of the money comes from your dumb ass. Pay these bills, stupid. You did. The boys paid your bills, right? Cash Gurning paid your bills. Summer Wells then doubled your income. And these criminals allow that shit.
Allegedly, you got a patent for a machine that no one has ever fucking seen. So you take a fingernail and you put it you drop it in the top of the machine, and you let it register, and this is exactly what he said. You can put me in an area with 1,000 graves, no headstone, and you can put me there with a member of someone's family who is lost in this mass grave with no headstones. Take a fingernail, put it in here, and this fucking thing is going to click on a GPS to tell me exactly where your family member is buried with no fucking headstone.
And just let me tell y'all a little bit of information that I know that AV Watchman Steve has told me in regards to what this man is speaking up on. So where this man created this machine, right, on his own, without the government, without the feds or whatever. So, you know, when you do things of that nature and you patent your stuff and you on your game, the government, FBI, everything is going to be against you. Story short, you know what I mean? So, and that's usually how it goes with God's children. God tells you evil is gonna rule earth for the moment. That's why good people go through things. That's why they say the good die young and things of that nature. So this good God-fearing man created a machine that the devil didn't like, that the government didn't create. So they knocked him. They didn't credit him for what he did because he came up with something that they didn't do first. That's what Steve told me, y'all. Which would make sense, you know what I mean? We all know the government. We all know how things go.
It's going to tell me, oh, your family member's right there. Let me tell you something very funny about the fucking Inquisitor and the dog that's hitting on these soil samples, right? So, first of all, our pod boss is not a chemist. In order to do soil sample interpretation, you need to be a fucking chemist. Let me tell you, he is not allowed. He was part of the University of Tennessee body farm.
You don't have to be nothing. If God bless you to do something, you do it. You know, going like say for this man, he invented this machine, right? Which if it's true, it's apparently it must be something of God. And then the code to the government is like going to the enemies. Come on now, I'm not finna get into, you know,
decomposition stuff,
all that, but
right. What he did was he created the idea of this Inquisitor so that he could charge families of missing people to drop their fingernail in there and then tell them they're going to go find their loved one. True story. A group offered our pod boss, the guy who's doing all the soil samples on the Oregon North and West case. This guy said, I will give you $1 million if you just show me the device. You don't even have to prove it fucking works.
just proved my whole point right there. Why would somebody offer this man $1 million without even proving that it works? Because they know that it works. Apparently, right? That's how this dude sounds smart, but just listen to him. He contradicts himself. It's like he just contradicted his whole story about Dr. Voss and Steve. He said all that negative stuff, right? And then you're gonna say somebody offer him $1 million. Let me guess, that guy must be an idiot too, right? For somebody to offer $1 million and don't even want to see the machine work. It's how the devil work, y'all. It's a spiritual battle out here. And that's why I mess with Steve, because he on the same thing. Spiritual battle. That's all. When Steve said that, that's it. I already knew Steve was a good person. I met Steve before the boys. He always been on a good vibe. But when we really connected after the boys, that's all you had to say. Spiritual battle. Say less. Good attract good. Evil attract evil. You evil, bro. You attracting criminals. Steve is good. He's attracting good people.
So, this Dr. Voss and the same dog handler with the same uncertified doctor, they got paid to consult to find a fucking hiker in California. Don't you know that a decomposition dog and its handler, the doctor and his inquisitor, all walked within 3 fucking feet of a decomposing hiker they were looking for, and nor did the fucking inquisitor hit or the dog. Don't you know that there is a particular way that you extract a soil sample? An AV Watchman, it doesn't just mean you grab any container and scoop some dirt out and...
Hey, once again, y'all, let me point this out. I'm gonna keep pausing because this live right here is it. His whole point is to attack people that's here for the boys. That's it. He has no other intentions. Which it would have to be somebody else that, you know, an engine behind his force.
Wording with your hand, close it up, try to solicit fucking donations. It's $1,500. $1,500 to go through these fucking tainted soil samples. You know, they ain't even doing no soil samples. What they're doing is they're acting like they're doing soil samples and they're keeping the fucking money. Is this the face and the mind of someone that hasn't worked some fucking cases that have touched my heart?
And let me just say this. Why he's so much on what this man is trying to do, like, all he's trying to do is, even if he don't know the doctor is accurate or not, he believes in what he believes in, and he's going for it just to help find these boys, bro. More than what you did. It's a risk that he took to help find these boys. A big risk. Because just how you put it out there, it's going to sound like that to a lot of people. Soil samples and all this science stuff. But so what, though? You ain't talking about that girl that he found, though. And this was today that he did this live. Steve found that girl about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks.
Biff. Huh? Biff. So, you're infamous. I'm renowned. That's the difference between me and you, Griff. Guess what? I'd love to put your mother's information online too, but guess what? Your mother couldn't handle it. I see the situation now. My mother can handle it. So to make your mother famous would only unvalidate you. And I'm not here to unvalidate you, sir. I'm here to motivate Biff's dumbass to dig into a fucking book, to get a computer where you can screen share and spread some knowledge, talk about some science, spout some fucking...
Bro, if that was really your heart, you would not come at Steve like that, bro. You would hit him in his inbox, text message him, and try to talk to him. You wouldn't go on your live trying to bash this man and then try to tell him go in some books and get some knowledge on what he's doing. How I feel, if he got knowledge or not, he still tried. He attempted something that a lot of people wouldn't attempt just on how it sounds. So get up out of here with that, bro. The whole point is why did you decide to come on your live today and bring up these boys and bring up this stuff? Because it's something you're dedicated to something or some people.
Facts. Stay rooted in the truth, Bill. Try to find my fucking Cash App online right now. I dare you. In fact, I'll send $20 to the first person that doesn't already know my Cash App. You can find my Cash App.
But anyways, you guys, we 2 hours in. I'm tired of hearing this dude voice. I think I pretty much got the point across. I'm gonna drop the link and I'm gonna pay attention to these comments. I want to thank everybody in the comment section. I know y'all been doing y'all thing over there, which is cool. You know, keep it going in all type of ways. Spread awareness for the boys every day, because every day is spread awareness. Even if I'm not on YouTube every day, about it, I'm still in the streets with that sticker on the side of my car, or I'm wearing a shirt. I still ain't washed this shirt since I don't care. I gotta take it to the clinic, but it don't matter though. That's the dedication. That's the difference. I ain't seen this man with no shirt. I ain't seen this man with nothing for none of these cases that he been on. Summer Wells could be in Texas, in Plano, Texas, bro. Why you not walking around with t-shirts and stickers on your car? Or, you know, if you really cared about the boys, right, you should still be pressing the boys, no matter what nobody tell you. All right, I dropped the link, guys, for anybody that want to pop on up. I said pretty much what I had to say. You know, that was just for those that's out there that don't know. I got almost 40, 50 subscribers today just off of my first live. So I don't know who's in here. So when I feel there's new people watching my channel, I like to jump back to the beginning and, you know, so people get a clear understanding. And I want y'all to understand a lot of my channel is for the boys, but most of it came from the Benny drama, which is sad. I'm not saying that's how I want it to be, but we're going to utilize it and we're going to switch it on up. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the 50 subscribers that came today. That's 50 more people that's about to know the truth about these boys. That's how I look at it. So when I do bring up Benny and with the boys, you think I want to do that? You think I want to put Benny face with these boys? No, I don't. Because when I invite people to my page that don't know what's going on, right? Because it's every day. Every day, I guarantee you is one person for sure that's coming to my page that don't know nothing, which means a lot to me. That's one more person that don't know about these boys. You think the first video I want them to see is about this dude? No, but I have to do this. And I'm going to continue to do this. And it's not to put the boys in no mix with no drama, none of that. I'm not here for that. But you know what? When I do all this stuff, it brings attention the right way. Benny's going to bring the attention in a negative way. I'm just going to correct it and make sure it's out there the right way. Because either way it go, right now, the biological family don't deserve what this man is doing. And like I said earlier, if the biological family do have these boys, I will be happy. Straight up. Even everything that I went through, that's the whole fight for this, is to get them back to where they need to be, which is still wouldn't make no sense because these people lied. But, you know, at this point, I damn near wish and hope the biological family had these boys. They need to be back with their family. You know, if it went wrong in the beginning, so what? Everybody make mistakes. I done had some CPS mistakes, like, you know, everybody, especially now as being black, they targeting us melanated folks, and they taking our kids for nothing. We fighting an invisible enemy since the beginning. It ain't never stopped. It's called modern day slavery. Slavery ain't never stopped. It got worse because it's more technical. More technical means it's ways that you can't even see it. A lot of people was blind, but we still getting attacked by this. And people don't understand that.
It's fine.
And I salute every other race outside of us that's standing up for these boys, like Rose said before, because it takes a lot to do that. Just because of this world is racial.
It's fine.
I don't want it to be racial. I got all types of people in my family, even if it's my full blooded family that then went and married a white woman or something like that. Like it don't matter. Now I got white people in my family that don't act of evilness. You feel me? So all white people is not evil at the same time. Let me say that. But it is evilness out there. We just got to
Blue eyes,
separate the difference.
blonde head, blonde. And the
Separate
evil.
the difference. Educate yourself. And that's it. And stay away from weirdos like this, y'all. For them people out there, I know it's a lot of new people in here, and I'm gonna apologize on his end that y'all had to discover him first to come here. But it's all good because now y'all know the truth about these boys. That's my whole point. Hey, Raw, I see you in the background. You just got to show your face.
Maybe tell them where the post was.
All right, I see you, Raw. So we're gonna bring Raw on up, and let me tell y'all how I didn't even want Raw up here. Well, I did at first, and then I talked to her. She told me her family member had passed away yesterday, so she shouldn't have to go through this, but she's going through this because of this victim's advocate, right?
She's strong.
And she a real one, and she a strong person, and she's still gonna do it for these boys. So once again, y'all drop them red hearts for Ro.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, what's up, fam?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start, but you basically covered everything, and
Yeah, that's what I try to do. So I try, make
I
it
don't
easier
even
on you. But
I don't even give this dude none of my energy because he's full of shit. Excuse my language. And
no, you good.
all he does is hop on cases and become friends with the people suspects or people who are
People in entrance.
yeah, yeah. And I mean my mind is like everywhere, so excuse me. But I thank everybody in the chat for the prayers and just everything. It's like we're facing a spiritual battle, all of us really. It's just I'm experiencing it every day, and trying to keep my head leveled and focused, and it's really a challenge, with everything on my plate, plus all the bullshit, plus the loss of a loved ones, and just everything going on, and but when people send me lives and stuff, and I mean, obviously they sent them to me for a reason. And the last thing I want is this asshole on the boy's case, because I mean, yeah, he's spreading awareness by talking about him, but making up lies and all that shit. Like
Yeah,
none of
exactly.
like he got so much like from, I mean, just a lot of things he was saying is like, where are you getting your information from? Like, first of all, like who? So, but we got facts, we got paperwork, we're doing what we do behind the scenes. We had to move in silence because of these ignorance, you know what I mean? And all I could say while he's over here destroying, families and people and just the things he do, like how they did that Chris dude. I understand. I don't know everything that happened with him because I've been so busy on my end,
Me
but
too.
I don't care. Everything that he's saying that Chris guy did, he's doing. You feel me? And it's like he's a hypocrite. You feel me? And it's like all his subscribers, which they are just as bad as him for condoning to his bullshit and his lies and just following him. They just as ignorant. You feel me? And I know some in here, and I don't care. But he's just a miserable person. Like he has a mental illness for reals, and if he is like just using his son to get clout and clicks and all that bullshit, and then using his brain thing, like I don't wish bad on nobody, but God don't like ugly, and I keep saying that, and I'm gonna keep praying and leaving everything in God's hands because he's working. You know what I mean? He really is working. Prayer is powerful, and I just want to thank all your supporters and you especially for always, defending us and not because you just on our side, because if it was the other way around, I mean, I expect you to be against us, anybody. You feel me? Wrong is wrong and right is right. So it's like, I mean, I
But
don't.
honestly, like, not to cut you off, Ro, but I mean, I know it's a lot going on, but if just say y'all did have the kids, I honestly wouldn't care. That's just my opinion. I just wanted to get that out there because of how they got taken, and that somebody in life finally stood up to that to go against CPS or whatever. I know that's not the case,
Right.
but I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I feel you, but
If
I like.
just say if it was like some type of evidence, any type of evidence, because as far as I've been here, I ain't seen one type of evidence leading to you or any of the biological family. But if it was
Right.
at this point, you know what I mean.
No, I
Um,
feel you. But like honestly though, like if that like okay, like me, I don't have kids, but I love my nieces and nephews and I treat them as if they were mine. You feel me? Cousins, all the little ones. So let's just say we did have the kids, right? There
yeah,
was a reason for us to go snatching because obviously we seen abuse or something and they took them
yeah,
from the bio family because of whatever reasons. There was no abuse on the paperwork, there was no neglect, like, so they got robbed of their kids just like every other, all these other families that we've been digging into the information and
yeah,
finding out.
exactly.
It's not just us, it's so many that went through the same things that my cousin and the bio mom went through and the other Bow father, but they don't have this support. You feel me? So us right now, the boys are really gonna open the doors for justice for all these families who, once we find them, we could move on forward to fighting. You get what I'm saying? But our main thing is locating the boys, bringing them home. I pray they're alive. You feel me? And holding whoever accountable. Now, like me, let's just say that happened though with the Bow family going to go get them. And do you think that they would really have me out here? I don't care which Bow side it is, my family, the other Bow families. Do you really think they would have me out here looking like an ass?
No,
No.
honestly, I don't think you would be out here just looking like an ass.
Exactly. I wouldn't, and I will be pissed because of
And
me
then not even
getting out.
just I didn't met both the fathers, Ryan Dean, like they didn't been to the events. They
Yeah,
might not
yeah,
be publicized or however you would say it to the media or even on my YouTube or anything. Because when I go around them, I don't put them on my YouTube because
right.
just the pain that they're going through. They're really going through something, and um,
And I respect
it just
that
don't
though.
add up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, shit. If anybody of y'all did this and shit, y'all need a goddamn reward, award. Like,
yeah. Cause we some fucking actors to
yeah.
be in
And then he
Bakersfield.
trying to downgrade y'all as Crips, right? But okay, so these Crips are smart enough to outsmart fucking the police, the Cal City Police Department, Bakersfield Police Department, Kern County Sheriff. Like, come on, bro.
Let me tell you something about.
Even the smartest black people as being black people can't even do that because they're already on us.
Yeah, can you drop the link for New York? But let me tell you something about Bakersfield, just how Kern County, they're just different than other counties. You get what I'm saying? If they want to catch somebody, they're gonna catch somebody. Period. I don't give a damn. If they got a little bit of evidence on you that'll hold you and put you in there, that they're gonna do that. You get what I'm saying? No matter what crime you have committed, they're gonna catch you and they're gonna make you an example. You feel me? They're gonna make you an example. So I mean, by now they if they had something on us, they would have been, if you know what I mean,
Yeah,
put one of
exactly. And
us in jail
they
or
wouldn't be
something.
saying they still investigating the West. Like the last
Yeah,
update, they were saying they waiting on tech, which we all know the tech comes from the West side. Um,
because they
any
sure ain't
updates
got
that
none of ours.
they said about the boys was in regards to the West. And like you said
Exactly.
when we had our personal conversation, is if the law enforcement thought differently, they would have never transferred the case from Bakersfield to from California City to Bakersfield.
Yeah, I mean, Kern County Sheriff's Department would have kept Ben Lee detectives on the case, not BPD.
Yeah,
BPD is city. Kern County is county. I mean, only common sense will only tell motherfuckers
yeah. So
like it's right here.
if they moved it to Bakersfield, they would have been on the bio. And if they felt those was the people responsible for these kids' whereabouts, but they're
Right.
not.
And let me tell you something. They're still watching us. I mean, that doesn't mean that they're not watching us. They watching us. So
But they
I
somewhat
mean,
saying where the little bit that they're saying is all the West.
exactly, but I'm not gonna rule us out because I mean, shit is still under investigation. So I want them to dig up in us and do what they got to do to rule us out or whatever how they got to do it. But we're still on our behalf. We're still out here. We're still trying to push the boys' name and awareness and have candle lights and do whatever we can to keep the awareness out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And but like it's just when you going through this and walking in our shoes and then have to deal with all the other bullshit on top of that, it's like how many people in these chats and other chats and got issues, got personal problems, got gangsters in their family, got drug addicts in their family. Ain't no family perfect. First of all, I know judges and cops and shit that have kids and pastors and stuff that kids are just just like they're human. They're not right. You feel me? So it's like people need to like man like our past, and I say our past because that's my family. Yeah, I had gangsters in my family. Yeah, I have had drug addicts in my family in the past, and probably now. Shit, I don't really know what everybody do behind closed doors. You feel me? But what I can say is either the ones lost their lives to the streets, they're locked up right now, or they changed their lives and they working and taking care of their family. So not every, and I don't have a record. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm the way I am, and that's why I'm really out here like this because I mean, like they could look at my background and be like, shit, it's all good. You feel me? Oh, she helps the community. She reaches out. She's like, I don't, I'm grateful for that. You feel me? Because to be 38 with no criminal record, with nothing on your record and shit. That's rare. You feel me? I don't care what anybody say. It's rare, and I don't. It don't make me better than nobody. I just, my coaches in the back in the days. I didn't have my father wasn't in our lives when we was growing up. My coaches was our father figure. You feel me? My brothers were our father figure. No matter what they had going on, they still made sure we was right. You get what I'm saying? So people always judging like Benny. He was affiliated with gangs and locked up. I mean, I seen the mug shots of him. And come on, man, quit acting like your shit don't stink. You feel me? You over here, you put more time into these YouTubes than you do your family. I feel sorry for your wife and your son that they have to deal with this. You get what I'm saying? Because sooner or later, you're gonna be held accountable for all the bullshit you caused. You feel me? Believe that. You know what I mean? He think he's doing something, but he's really not. He's only digging
exactly.
a bigger
Especially
hole.
especially playing with God's kids. Like it's only a matter
Right.
of time.
Exactly. So I know I think Carol or somebody put the link strictly to the FBI because I have people already reported his ass so they already reported his ass, so it's just a matter of time. And cuz he made some real threats, you get what I'm saying? He's slandering our names, defamation of character, like all of that. So believe me, all of that's going to be recorded and sent to the FBI because he think he's getting away with shit. And everybody, I mean, it's sad that I mean, whoever that Chris guy is, I mean, I understand people say certain things. I mean, Benny blames us and points finger at us when he don't even know the facts. You get mad at this dude for saying something about somebody a murderer or something. I don't even know the whole story, but you want to report his page because he put that out there or whatever. Maybe some people aren't, they don't think about what they say before they say it. But you're doing the same thing he's doing. But
Hey,
what you
real quick, Rose. Somebody had mentioned to me in my inbox that he didn't start going after Chris until he started showing the videos that Steve had posted about the footage.
see, and that's sad because I mean I remember somebody telling me to go on the interview room to talk about the boys because that's a whole nother platform that we could use. You know what I mean to
Yeah, exactly.
spread
Yeah.
their awareness. So why is he taking down all these YouTubers that's talking about these missing children. You get what I'm saying? You're just messing it up for them and their families to relocate their kids. You feel me? Like he should really be held accountable, put behind bars, and all of that shit. Everything that he could be charged with, he needs to be charged. Like seriously, he needs to face his his consequences and his actions. And honestly, the only way that that's gonna happen, and I'm telling everybody in the chat, just like they did that Chris dude, how they all reported him. They all got together and they had a plan, and they all went and reported him at once. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what needs to happen. Fuck all that. Fuck not giving him attention and all this. We not giving him attention. We addressing the bullshit. You feel
Yeah,
me?
exactly.
We're
And that's
always
what I want people to understand too. Since
yeah,
Roro is here, if say I might just get out of pocket one day and might I'm not going to, but bro or somebody might not agree with it. Like bro gonna tell me, and I'm gonna respect that. So like today, I don't like to mix the boys up with Benny, but he brung the boys up, and you know I have to do this to get the right message out there. I don't
right,
want to mix the boys up with drama, of
right.
course not. But when I came in, the drama was already there from Benny, and then it's stuff that I'm just trying to get the debunk and get the right message out to bring the bio family out here, people like Ro, and to get the right message, especially as me being a day one searcher, which means a lot also. You know what
Right.
I mean? So I just want people to know I don't like bringing the boys into all this,
Mixing it
but
with the
that's why
drama.
when I do it, I promote the boys because people gonna watch. Just look at the views on my channel. I talk about Benny, the views go up. So
Right.
I know that that's common sense, that's knowledge. So why not promote the boys at the same time? Not like that, but
Exactly.
we our whole agenda is to find these boys, bro.
And let me
So
just say something. Like it's what, almost 10 o'clock. People be like, y'all not focused on the boys. We stay focused on the boys.
every day,
For the past, yeah, every day we working on this case, working on finding the boys, working on what we could come up with. So don't think that we're just all about drama, because we're not. The Bao family don't threaten nobody, so I don't know who's threatening who. That's not us, because that we already under watch for everything, every move we do,
is
which
and
we
for
don't we
y'all to
don't
be so much of gangsters and crips, like
yeah,
the West would not. You feel me? So I
yeah,
respect you on that too. Not knocking anything y'all got going on in the streets, whatever.
yeah.
But um, y'all hold y'all composure. Even just
Oh
by
man,
Ryan Dean and the baby's fathers being behind the scene,
yeah,
that's probably a good. It is a good thing. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I didn't see these dudes, and
Let
I
me tell you something.
you
I done
just know
had
somebody when
people.
she and even if they gang bang or not, Crips or not, so what? They y'all should be lucky. Not like that, but
Yeah,
people should appreciate. Let me say it like this: people should appreciate the professionalism that's coming from the bio side in all ways, and even being
man.
professional is Ryan Dean staying behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Even the baby, if they Crips right, they turned out right, they game bangers right. So what you want them to go to Texas and mess up everything, or go out there to West and like, come on.
right, right. I mean,
So we got to.
honestly,
So if they is Crips and gang, which I understand the difference. It might be.
right,
I
right.
don't even know what's what. You don't even got to say it, bro. Who's Crip or none of that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not the
It,
point. But if what Benny is saying, if that is the point, it's respect, dude. That they didn't take it to a gangster level because all y'all still walking around this motherfucker.
man, you feel me though? And I mean, we grew up in this shit. You feel me? This ain't nothing new. We didn't
Yeah,
have a
exactly. Me
choice.
too. Yeah, me too.
We
Like
are
I don't
product
gang
of our
bang. I
environment.
was smart enough to make my own decisions as a man, but
Exactly.
I am part of that environment.
Exactly. And we can't forget where we come from,
And
because
then
shit.
what started that in gang banging. I'm gonna just say this real quick, little quick history. Gang banging Crips is community respiration and progress
Exactly. People
to
need to go back
protect
and
the
build
community from the racist white boys that was in Compton in LA, and
with
then
Dookie Williams and all them.
exactly.
You
So
know?
gang banging started from protecting from these white folks that when we came when they brung us to LA and all that. But I'm not gonna get into all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. No,
everybody
but
know what's up. If you don't know what's up,
yeah.
go do your history.
And it's just, over time, over generations and shit, yeah, a lot of shit changed. You don't have guidance and just structure and all that shit, loyalty and all that in the streets no more. They don't even respect they older homies. So you got all these younger cats doing what they do, which is, like, I mean, I just
Yeah,
wish it was
and that's
different.
after, but that's after they didn't bring drugs into our community, then took our kids, then made us go
Exactly.
against each other, then put
Yeah.
CPS on us, then put
Yeah.
come,
It's set
crooked
up to be
cops.
like this.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I
we not.
mean,
We gonna
it's a lot. That's a whole nother
yeah. So,
vibe.
but
You feel me?
people got to remember that to where people don't believe that Ryan Dean could be a victim of CPS.
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
see people say, "Oh, they trying to use CPS for," and it's most likely white people. I ain't gonna lie, but the real like, come on, bro.
Let me tell you something.
If you real, you real. This when it comes to race. When it
They
comes to
were
race, it don't come to
victims.
race. It comes to your heart. So
Yeah,
if
they
you
they
real,
are
stay in your
victims.
lane and know your history. And when
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
something to say about what's going on, make sure you saying the right stuff. And that's just
Y-
straight up facts because
Right.
of um just the facts that happen behind these kids being taken
Yeah.
Ryan Dean and y'all is a victim of the
And believe
CPS
me,
stuff and this corruption of the government.
and that's just how they work. That's a big business right there that they
Yeah, but
involved
people
in.
don't think because we talking about it, it can't be y'all. But then they
Yeah.
go watch a YouTube video on CPS corruption and believe that because it's nobody that they dealing with.
Let me tell you something. I spoke with a lady when I had dropped off at a post office. A lady seen my mask and stuff. That's why I like wearing my mask. I don't care if I'm live or walking around in the store, just walking. I'm gonna wear that mask, that shirt, whatever. Something's gonna have the boy's face on it, right? So she been following the case. She told me that her friend, who was a doctor, not no just regular citizen or a doctor who was a victim to CPS. You feel me? So it don't just happen, and then there's history behind Bakersfield, so people need to go
Oh
look into
yeah,
that. You
it's a
know,
bad history
it's
behind
history,
Bakersfield.
and not just black people. In the beginning, it was middle class. You feel me? And
Yeah, and
and
that's what people got to understand nowadays too. It started with race, but you got to we multiply and eventually it's going to become the minority
right. And
that
I
they
ain't gonna
attack.
lie, the
The
boys.
main go ahead, bro.
This case right here, I mean, it's all kind of races that support the boys, and I respect y'all on that because honestly, I mean, going through this elections and this George Floyd, and I seen a lot of I was face to face with a lot of racists, and it was just sad. You know what I mean? So I really had that mindset of you know. Not all white people, but they were all races. Not all the ones that were cool with me, but then just coming together on the boys case, and it's a lot of white folks who are supporting the boys, that and it amazes me, and I respect y'all, and I thank y'all for even just supporting the boys, not even for me, but supporting the boys, because y'all made me look at things from a different perspective, like for
Yeah,
real. and
exactly.
and
And
y'all
that just proves everything in life. Like not every white person is racist. You feel me? Not
right.
and look at the times we in. Everybody's so much mixed. You know what I mean? We all
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
little bit of everything in us.
But I ain't gonna lie, you got Hispanics who are racist, and you got black
Yeah,
folks who are
yeah,
racist. So
exactly,
you
exactly.
know,
Yeah, of
so
course. It still
it's every
exists. For
race.
sure.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
still
So
exists.
I had to wake up and really step back and look on the outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
And
got to separate the difference. That just
yeah, and I'm gonna
can't be one
respect.
sided.
Exactly, and I'm gonna respect everybody who respect me. I don't care what color you is. You could be purple, pink. I don't care. If you
But that
respect me,
yeah,
I'm
that's
you're
real
gonna
talk
get my
because
respect.
honestly, like most of the people that support the boys is not of the black community. Honestly,
Yeah, honestly,
you know what I
and
mean?
me and Keisha, and like the group of girls I deal with, I mean, they man, we talk about that all the time. Especially me and Keisha, we wish that our black community would step up more and speak on behalf of the boys. But you know what I mean? It's more other races who are supporting the
That's
boys. And
that's just how much they destructed us from the 80s. You know, from
yeah,
the 80s
yeah,
on to the what? That's what 20, 40 years of destruction.
right, right,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So where now ain't no black person supporting nothing, not even no missing kids.
Man, and it's sad because if it was their kids, I promise you they would want the same support. And I just thank all y'all, like seriously, because without y'all supporting the boys, and their names wouldn't be out there. You YouTubers who are really out there, and like just everybody who's been supporting y'all. I love y'all. I got nothing but respect for y'all, and we appreciate. And when I say me, I mean behalf of my family. When you see me, I'm speaking on behalf of my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's just, it's a lot, man. It's a
Your
lot.
family, Ryan Dean and the fathers, they don't need to be out there. I know I said it before, but this is for the people that don't know. They
Yeah.
facing a bigger enemy. Everybody can't be out
Oh
there. That
man,
would be dumb on their end. They don't even know who they
man.
fighting yet.
Exactly.
And who they
Exactly.
think they fighting is law enforcement, CPS. Like, come on now. So
Right.
you don't want
Right.
these people to fight these people, right?
We fighting something
And then
bigger
show
than
their
the
face all
streets.
day. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. We have to fight something bigger than just the streets. You feel me?
Yeah,
These people hold power. They just got power, and it sucked because I mean we're not just fighting for the boys. We're fighting. When that fight happens, it's gonna be for all the families that's been through it, that we can help save their children and prevent this from happening to other families. It has to be some type of reform in the system, in the
yeah.
in the police department, all across the board.
What
You
you
know what I
already
mean?
do, you already doing by accepting Sherry, and her
Yeah,
daughter, and
yeah.
you know what I mean, and that's what it's all about.
And justice for Desiree Thompson. She's missing out of Cal City. I mean, Cal City's just, I mean, Ray Sean from Cal City, but he a good dude, but I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
hey, I ain't gonna lie, it's getting wild, man. Like Sister Boys,
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like a vibe, energy, but
yeah,
ever since the boys is like right now, it's a grown man missing from the wasteland. I don't know if y'all familiar with the wasteland, but they do it once a year, and they go in the desert and party like Mad Max.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
And there's somebody missing right now from that, but they're not talking about it though.
Oh man, and it's sad because I mean, you
So
should
I'm getting, yeah, I'm getting to the point. Like, I don't know. I ain't defending Cal City. No.
no, for real, but I be worried about you. I ain't even gonna lie. I be wanting to tell you that, but I know you love your city and because you are who you are. But you pushing this and trying to find the boys and stuff, it could be
Yeah,
big.
I push my city just for the real ones. Like I don't
Yeah.
really defend the government officials. Just let
And
me
the
say it
only
like that.
reason why I say that, the only reason why I speak of that, because Cherie, her daughter's been missing almost 10 years and she knows the corruption. She's walked it for 10 almost years. And it's like, so I thank God for her to, support the boys and then us becoming close because we're walking in the same shoes of our missing loved ones. And for her to tell, catch us up on the just what goes on out there. And oh man, it's dangerous. It's dangerous,
Yeah,
all
for
that
real.
desert out there and stuff. I mean, it's a lot of terrain out there, desert that man, I mean, that's why shit happens out there. Like, thank God I just want to give everybody an update on EquiSearch coming out here to Bakersfield. I actually kept it on the low because I was asked to, you know what I mean? Because honestly, we're not here for no show. We're not here for no distractions. We wanted them to do what they came to do and they did what they did. You feel me? So they did come out here, thank God, and it gives us a little hope because even if they don't find nothing, I mean, honestly, they might find somebody else's family. You feel me? And they could bring their family closure. You never know. And that's the only thing about that is that they came out here for the Bakersfield Three, but also they came out here for the boys. So two different families they was out here for. So I mean, and they did a lot, you know what I mean? They were here for a few days and nobody knew, which was good because they didn't get distracted. They didn't, all that attention. They didn't need all that because the pilot that, he really needed to focus on what he was doing. Like, so it was a good thing. So, and I want to thank Duty Ron and for pushing that issue. You know, he done talked to the BPD, the captain, and just to really get out here. Because in the beginning, they denied our the help at that time. And like Duty Ron said, they didn't say never. They just denied it at that moment. But he stayed on it. He went above the detective. You know what I mean? He went above the chief and the sergeant. So I mean that was a good thing that we have somebody who supports the boys who been in law enforcement, who is still involved in helping others. Like he's a real genuine dude, and I love Duty Ron, and I thank him for everything he did. And you think Duty Ron would deal with me if he knew I was guilty? We was guilty? No, hell no. So it's just people could recognize the real recognize real. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Especially like what I was telling you earlier, bro, with him being a New York police officer.
yes,
Is if y'all just got to pay attention to what's going on in life.
right,
It's,
right,
it's a little bit more strict in New York, and
right,
especially with the feds. I
yeah,
think that their main building is out there in New York
right, right,
with the feds. So that means a lot right there to just to have this officer from New York backing up Roe and the
man,
biological family, and Roe is the biological family. So if he felt anything different, he would
man,
not be in contact. And same with the Bakersfield Police Department or anything else.
exactly,
Bro would
exactly,
not even have this information that she's able to give if these law enforcement agencies thought they were guilty, to where they thinking the same way we think.
man, for
They
real, bro.
thinking 10 steps ahead of us. Back in the beginning, when we talking about all the cameras around the neighborhood and
Yeah.
all this you don't think the FBI did? I don't know if they did or not, but that's supposed to be their job. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. And they EquiSearch came to Bakersfield, not Cal City, because like I said, no, we believe, like I've always believed that the boys never made it there, but for the adoptive parents to come up with that lie and that story and say that they was playing in the backyard, they came up with that story. Nobody put a gun to their head and said, "Oh, you better. This
Yeah.
is what
And
you
then they
say."
never blamed y'all. I don't know if
Exactly,
people forget about that, but
exactly,
I pay attention. You know what I mean? And even
exactly.
if they did, it wouldn't change nothing. But the adoptive parents, Trezell West and Jacqueline West, the last people responsible for these boys, never pointed one finger.
Right,
Didn't they
right.
invite y'all to their house after when the boys came up missing and all that, and wanted to talk to y'all and stuff like that?
Hell no. See what happened with that was when we was out there in front of on Potomac where they live at. We was doing a candlelight or something. I think we even did like a little march up and down Potomac. You know, and she was being smart about it. Like I was by the gate, other people was by the gate, and she was
Oh,
like,
he's
"Come on."
talking about the jokester.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was
So
talking about prior to that. I'm talking about Jacqueline and Giselle when it first happened.
hell no, they ain't never. You know what I mean? Ever.
Okay, okay.
Ever. So whoever to that they never dealt with us after in that during that whole process of the boys being in foster and things like that. Now they probably had dealt with the bio parents at the time when the visitations or during that I don't know exactly what happened during that time. The a foster mom would know that, and the bio parents know exactly when they had to see him. They had to see him when they went to go visit and all that shit or whatever, however that shit worked. But when the boys were reported missing, that's the problem. That's why we're here today. You get what I'm saying? Not because the Ball family, because they robbed the Ball family from taking the boys, because all that's gonna come out soon. You feel me? All of that, everything. That's why I can't wait for this to be over with, because
Yeah,
the
but
truth.
it already did, bro. It's like a lot of people is counting on the law to confirm it. But what about what our eyes seen?
Right,
That
right,
everybody's seen their own self. That these
right.
people lied on camera, not knowing that Cal City was going to react like this, not knowing that the Bio family was going to react like this,
Yeah,
not knowing that Bakersfield was going to react like this, not knowing that the world was going to react like this, not knowing that the next door neighbor was going to give that footage up.
right, right, right.
I,
And the
I'm still I'm still on the footage 100%.
right.
I would like, come on now, even if the time is off or not, if the time is off an hour, right?
Right.
Okay, go back. Time was changing, but even disregard that, right? It's still footage of all day from the 19th all the way to the 21st. Even
Right.
with the time being off, it don't add up to anybody, to them kids
Yeah.
even being there.
Right, right. And the officer is still on the case. The lead detective, he's still on the case, even though we, came up with some information and all that. He's still on the case. I did talk to him. He called me actually on the 21st, the 9 month mark that they've been
All
missing.
right, so I already knew this, bro, but so say it again. He called you, right?
Yeah, and it's weird though because my phone was messed up. I dropped it in water the day before, so that morning I had went down to just to switch my SIM card in my old phone. My new one came. So as soon as I got to the house, I put my SIM card in, and my phone rang, and it was him. You feel me? And the first call, so it was like God's timing. You feel me? That's how I feel. And so when I talked to him, he talked and said, we're still, working on the case and he told me about EquiSearch coming out here. This is probably like probably a week and a half, 2 weeks before they came, but he called me and told me about EquiSearch coming out here. So that's something new that he won't tell me that. You feel me? There's certain things that he just really never talked really when it came to us. Like this, the first time that he's ever had that conversation with me. So I feel like
Yeah.
they know a
But
little something
okay,
more on the west.
exactly.
You
So
get what I'm
you
saying?
gotta look at it like that, bro. Like even if
That's
either way it go, he contacted you, right?
right,
With somewhat good information, right?
right, right.
He don't have to contact you at all because legally he doesn't have to, right? Because the kid's been adopted and he doesn't have to communicate with Ryan or anybody if legally, right?
Yeah, he don't even have to say shit to us because obviously we're not the legal guardians. But and then Keisha had called down there to make an appointment for me and her to go probably that Friday, that following Friday. So, I think I'm trying to think when the 21st was a weekday, but it was early
The
the
last
weekday.
21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
That's
So
why I
that
got confused. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that Friday, me Keisha had made an appointment for me and her to go down there to talk to them to see what the updates were because you got to make an appointment to get down there and stuff. So you know what I mean. So, but he called me that Monday, Tuesday, and then the cool part about it, he didn't hear Keisha's message until he got off the phone with me. You feel me? And then he called me back like 10 seconds later and said, "Hey, I just checked the message." So it was just weird. Two calls in the last 10, 15 minutes, like that said a lot, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
I was excited that he was a
Yeah, you should be,
you
bro,
know,
because you ain't heard nothing from them 9 months, right?
yeah,
And the only reason you heard something because this whole 9 months you've been pushing, and
man.
this law enforcement knows the truth,
Right,
and
right,
everybody got some type of heart, even if they're evil or not, and they gotta go home, and he's a police. I don't know what's going on, but if it was corruption or whatever, he's a police officer, a person that has to go home and lay with his kids and his wife, and
right,
you could get away with a lot of stuff on earth, but not your conscience.
right, right,
That's where God really works. So where some people is allowed to get away with stuff, but
right,
you don't
right,
think their conscience is eating them up. But
right,
the whole fact is, if law enforcement in any type of way, right, felt that y'all was involved in any type of way, would not contact you
hey
at
Ray Sean,
all.
can you let New York on real quick because she talk, I
Yeah, she
forgot.
was. Yeah, she was in the background. She said
Okay.
she was gonna wait till you was done.
Oh, New York, come up here because it's early out here. It's like 1 o'clock out there.
All right, yeah,
Then
yeah, yeah.
so I just want to let her on real quick. I'll stay on, but because
No, yeah, you good. We just have to get that main point to
yeah,
which the real ones already know what's up. But
right,
this is
right.
the problem when Benny goes to his new subscribers and spread wrong information about this case.
And that's my
Now,
biggest
look,
problem.
that's my job. Bro and them or Steve or they got a lot of stuff going on. I don't knock nobody, and I don't really expect them to do what I'm doing. But I got time though, so when he does this type of stuff, I'm gonna hit Ro, and I'm we're gonna get that right information out there. But we're gonna
Right.
bring up New York real quick.
And I just want to say Jennifer played a major role too in the Equi search coming out because when we got shot down, she went another route. So thank you, Jen.
Shout out to Jennifer Nobles. All right, New York, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, yeah, you all good.
All right, all
Sorry,
right.
New York.
No, don't be sorry. I'm like, it's 1 o'clock. I'm like, what time is it over there? I'm like,
My bad. I wasn't
no,
even get
no.
on here, but
Listen, don't
Hey,
say
look,
that. Come
it's
on.
it's all good, man. We all here for a reason,
Of
the good reason.
course. And I was real cranky tonight because I'm just so sick and
Yeah,
tired.
that's why I kept talking because I'm trying to calm everybody
Your
down.
voice is very calming. Between you and
Yeah.
Roman,
I
you
calm
definitely
Roro
got
down
me.
for
You
sure
got
because
me brought down a few levels now
hey,
after
Roro was
you
hot
talk.
earlier. I'm like, Roro, don't trip. It's cool. You just lost somebody. Like, chill
hey,
I
out.
was
I was
fucking
I told
hot.
hot.
Roro she didn't even have to get up. It's cool. I told her text me everything that's valid. I get the word out there.
I did the same thing, right?
Hey, but
I
honestly, I
said,
appreciate y'all for real because everything that's going on my end, it's just man, it's something happening always, and that's
Yeah,
what I want to say. All y'all, hug your loved ones, man. Tell them you love them while they breathing because life could be over any second. Not tomorrow is not promised, but not even the next minute or hour. You know what I mean? So, and just love your people and make right your wrongs and shit. I mean, forgive, all of that because it's not worth it. I promise you, because you don't want to regret anything if somebody goes, you didn't fix it. You know what I'm saying? So, forgive people for your peace, not for theirs, for your peace. At least you did your part. You know what I mean? And thank y'all, Rayshawn, and everybody else in New York and the girls behind the scenes and everybody that's been,
listen, you don't even have to
defending this.
thank me. You already know we're here regardless.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I'm gonna
we're
thank y'all
family.
forever. I'm gonna thank y'all forever because I wouldn't drag y'all in this shit if I knew we was guilty. I wouldn't even bother y'all, for real.
Oh, Ro, you know I would have
yeah. We
found out
we we
already.
thank you too, bro. For like, I
We
thank you
already know
for
you're good.
know
So stop.
accepting me, to do
Right.
what I do. You know what I
And
mean?
you've been respectful from day one, Ray Sean. You always
Yeah, of
ask,
course.
"Can I talk about them?" And so I respect that. You feel me? You didn't do it for clout.
I
You
shared
did
his
it
live
because
tonight all over the place because I was like, listen, I'm like, people need to hear the truth. Like, I don't give a
right.
shit about the viewers and all this and that. But you know what? Like Rayshawn said, it does need to be addressed because the
Yes. Yes.
more misinformation that keeps getting put out there, the less people are going to look for these babies. People are going to think, oh, the biofam has them. They could see these kids in a McDonald's or something and not
Yeah.
report it. Like, you are
Exactly.
damaging the case, and you don't have. Listen, I'm open to anything. If you got a
Right.
fact to support what the fuck you're saying,
Right.
by all means, show me and let's talk about it. But you have not even a half a fact. You don't have anything circumstantial to even tie the biological family in any way, shape, or form to the
Right.
disappearance of these boys. Not
And
one.
facts are facts. Like I mean,
Right.
you
So with
cannot.
that being said, and we got footage. Like, come on, man. Like, wake up. And the whole gang shit, that really pissed me off because I'm not from California, clearly, right? So, but I'm also from an area where we have a lot of similarities in different ways. We're on different coasts and everything, but things aren't so different. And I'm going to tell you, when I started working the case and started looking into things, I like to become familiar with the community and look things up and educate myself, as everybody else who wants to be here for the right reason should. So before you watch a Benny live or this or that and this, think for yourself. Take like 10 minutes of your day if you're going to really involve yourself in someone else's life and missing children, to just educate yourself a little bit and not watch, like, and I'm going to say this, and I'm sorry, I'm a little meaner, but, not watch a meth addict and just take what he just said. Like, take the time
Hey,
and
hey,
look.
look, hey, New York, y'all good. This is why I like having other people
I'm
up
just trying to be real, but
because look,
I'm a,
I'm real raw and
Ro
uncut,
would tell
but
you I get a little nasty. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I try to keep it clean, professional for the boys and what I'm
I'm
doing.
trying, but you know what? You can only fuck with my family, and she's my family now,
Now
so
you
much
good.
before
This
I drag you, and that's just how it's gonna be.
this is
So
that. Hey, this is what's needed. Like I need
yeah,
other
like,
people to come up here with the
what's
rawness.
the? I'm gonna just let a few things out now. Here's my thing, like educate yourself. Like, walk at your own beat. Like, you use your brain, and you have Google. Everybody got Google, right? Google the shit. Look up Bakersfield. And guess what? If everybody in this chat takes 2 minutes and looks
Yeah,
up
you're gonna
gangs,
find a
look
whole
up
lot of
gangs,
stuff.
Google gangs in Bakersfield and put streets or whatever, right? A map will come up showing blocks that are ran by certain gangs. Okay, that's how heavy the gang activity is out there. So what you need to understand is when you're raised in an environment like that, where you have Union Avenue, or that's Union Avenue, not street, right? You got Union separating two sides and two different sets of gangs that are running the streets. Like that's how you're raised. This is the type of shit you're dealing with. Everybody got an uncle that's affiliated. Understand that. That's what happened. That's what it is.
Hey,
But
look, New York,
naive
real
people
quick.
was
Look, if y'all also when y'all look up Bakersfield, for those that's gonna look up Bakersfield, look up child sacrifice in a case that happened in the 80s. It's been going on.
yeah, they got a whole
The
other history. We're
trafficking.
not.
Yeah.
I didn't even touch on that shit. But I'm just
No, I
saying.
just want to, so
Yeah,
when
no,
they
you're
do,
right.
so I'm just saying, so when they do look up, look up the gangs, but look up, what we're dealing with too.
No, without a doubt, you're absolutely right. And I'm just more or less trying to address the Crip shit, the shit that you came at my friend with and her family. And I'm gonna tell you like this: when you live in an area like that, where you literally have blocks and streets labeled as territories, like really think about that. Like, take a step back and think about how serious that is. There on certain blocks, they run that street. That's just the area. That's what it's known for. That's what it is. So when these kids are going to school and their family members or their uncle or their cousin, yes, everybody's affiliated. If everybody's going to sit here and act like they're not, like they don't have somebody, and good for you that you are that sheltered and you don't know that and everything, and you haven't experienced any hardship or been exposed to that, then that's great. But don't be quick to judge other people and their shit, because you haven't experienced it. You weren't brought up in that. You haven't been left without a choice or put in a predicament where you have to deal with something like that.
Exactly.
So don't be so quick to judge people. So yeah, is everybody in Bakersfield most likely gang affiliated? Fucking yeah. So what does that say for Jacqueline though? You didn't look into her family, did you? Dummy.
Yeah. She probably
fucking
mafia.
dummy, because I did.
Her gang
You
affiliation
look at the wrong
is probably
race of gangs, bro. That's all I gotta say, Benny. You better start looking at Maria. You might get the right fucking gang.
When we're talking about
look,
trafficking,
y'all might look into some gangs that y'all might not want to look into. Like
that's right. The
cartels
type
and
of gangs you ain't
trafficking.
gonna. So you talking about being a pussy? You might get real fucking pussy, Benny. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some other shit that goes on out there. You got the Mexican mafia, you got cartels, you got Crips, you got Bloods. I know in New York you got all types of other shit. Everybody got shit. There's East Side, West Side, all that, right? And then there's blocks separating what set they're a part of. Like if you have never experienced that, then sit the fuck down.
And let me tell y'all this out of experience: 2 times, 2 situations, and I'm not even going to get into details because of how serious it is with Bakersfield. Is that the cartel is out there? You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say.
Without a doubt, man. And there's things that I'm not gonna say, and I'm not gonna say it on here. And it's not because I'm fucking shook. I'll tell you that much. It's because
it's just you got to know what you're dealing with. When you're dealing with certain,
and you have to move in silence a lot of times to get what you need, where you need to get. But Benny calling everybody a pussy, meanwhile he's sitting there with a tail between his legs and he doesn't even lift the fucking hammer, but he sits there and blogs all day. I mean, bruh, I was brought up that you the only type of pussy not to fucking marry. So I'm gonna tell you like this: you sit home all day with your keyboard and act like a fucking computer gangster and stay there, okay? Because that's some bullshit. Because I don't see you walking the streets of fucking Bakersfield. Because I don't think you could sit there. I don't think you
feel
can
me,
sit there.
man.
You want to take that fucking tough talk? You might as well go. We'll buy your ticket, Benny. How's that?
Yeah. Hey, look, just wait till them Texas Crips. Wait till them Texas Crips get a whiff of. You feel me?
Where you can't be too running, and that's the thing. And then he'll blame it on
Texas got Crips too.
Listen, nobody claims him. I don't know how it goes in California, but what I do know is that, if you're Irish, you can't join the Italian mob, right? Well, if you're white, you really can't be a blood. I mean, you could run with a set and be friends with them and shit, but you ain't gonna be actually blood. Like that boy.
Yeah, you ain't gonna go down as an OG.
That's right, you're not.
Unless you're a real one. It's some real ones out there, but not him though.
Come on, man. Benny thinks he's a 5-star general and shit. Get the fuck out of here. And who watches him? Like, what was every trailer park in America fucking sign up to Benny shit? Like, who honestly in their right mind actually watches Benny and thinks that shit is has information and something informal or like good or substance? Like,
Half
That's
of them,
the,
half of
what
them
that's because
is
girls,
that?
half of them girls that support watch him and shit want to fuck with him. That's the only reason why they deal with
Yo,
his shit.
I don't know if
if
that's
you
like a
sexually attracted to Benny, you a weirdo.
Man, for real.
But he got
in
that
New
gift of
York
gab
though.
though.
You fuck
Like
with somebody like that, you might as well just go to the trailer park, get
not
the
even
pipe out,
sexual attraction, but he do got a gift of
throw
gab,
your
and that's
shoes
what
out.
gets him. You know, he pulls in a lot of people with his mouthpiece, the big words that he used, and you know
Yeah.
the things
He
that he
uses big words. What kind of
and
fucking big words does he? Listen.
words that don't make sense
I
within
don't care
his
what words he used.
sentence.
The second I ever saw him, I knew he was just a crackhead. I am not going to sit there for hours and look at a crackhead talk and tell me what goes down.
Especially with some
The fuck?
kids, like, come on.
I mean, listen, it's the company you keep, it's the audience he keeps. We don't really need them. But like you
Yeah.
said, at the end of the day, you got those 50 people or even 10 people. Fuck having hundreds. The 50 that you reach is all that matters. It's not necessarily how many, but it's, it's not quantity, it's quality, but at the same time, when you want massive searches and you want that, you have to be careful because you do want to reach a lot of people. And you
Right.
want to make sure that these people who are putting out damaging information, that you go on or out of respect for the boys and correct it, even though you don't want to mix this dude up with them and this and that. It does have to be addressed.
Yeah, it
Right.
does because
It
of like
does.
look at right now. Look at the numbers. If I was to go live on the boys,
Good. And
the numbers would
yes,
not be like this.
that's right. And
That's
it
just the
doesn't matter.
truth.
I don't care how we get there.
And that's
I don't care
my
if we stealing
experience.
shit. Let's do it.
That's my experience from YouTube, and as long as it's only been since April.
Listen,
Well, he
I'm
attacked me
okay
April
with
29th,
like
so
I
it's
don't
just
care
like
what
May.
people think. If we
So
find
I'm
the
gonna
boys,
do
we
it.
find the boys.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna
it.
do it. Even if it's
Exactly.
addressing, I only address Benny because of what he does, but it brings numbers. So the numbers is gonna bring more awareness. And
Yeah, yeah. He's a
but yeah, you
Power of
crackhead.
speaking
numbers.
that's real stuff, New York for reals.
But I'm
Yep.
just saying, like, I'm not from California, so I'm a good example of somebody that sat there and took my time, to look up the area. When I saw that the streets are blocked off, it's like that. So imagine being a
Yeah.
kid out there. Imagine being a kid
But
like in your
but
in your middle
yeah,
school
but
or high school, and you're
in
walking through different
reality right
blocks.
now, gang banging and all that stuff is everywhere. It's
Yeah.
like LA is where it originated from. And then like that's probably at the last of the
But
list now.
regardless, I'm talking to the
The
people that are in the
crimes,
Midwest. I'm talking to the people in
yeah,
these
that's
areas who don't know about this shit, who's sitting
yeah,
home and they trolling on their shit and they're listening to this
yeah.
nonsense. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
open
what
your
I'm getting.
eyes.
That's what I'm getting to is just nowadays is it's everywhere. Chicago, Texas, but don't mean it's respected or the way that is being put out there. Like he trying to put the bio family out. They so dangerous. All right, look, if that's the case,
Well, you know what? I'm gonna
you
dig
would
on
not be
his.
talking,
Let's
bro.
dig on his family
Right.
because I bet his mama ain't no prize.
Where is his mama at? He keep talking about his mama. His mama ain't even spoke up nothing at all.
She
You go
probably
back on
cooking.
my Facebook.
She probably cooking.
You go on my Facebook. You see my mama
She ain't
interacting with
cooking
me.
food. I'll tell
Like
you
I
that.
just had my mama on my live. Like where's his wife at? All these people. He trying to make it seem like
Yo,
they running from YouTube
Rose
because
said
of
it so perfectly. I heard her before, and man, I couldn't have said that shit. It would have never came out my mouth like that. But God, like she said that shit, it was like a breath of fresh air. She said, "I feel sorry for your family."
Man.
Like that was the
exactly.
strongest statement I think that was made tonight. Like straight up. Like I really like his girl and the kid and whatever goes on with them. Like not my business. But I'm gonna tell you this, I do too. Because you know what? Like, what is that? That's what you deal with as a man? That's your man, that's your husband,
Man.
that's who holds you down? Bro,
Man.
you better
Shit.
reevaluate that shit.
Hey,
Exactly. 'Cause
Guadalupe.
in that video I played earlier, at the end of the video, he brought up his wife and said that she don't want to watch YouTube no more because when she go on there, she see people talking about her husband. But think about who we dealing with. We dealing with Benny.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if
So
she
it's
ain't
the
a peach
opposite. Your
herself.
wife don't want to go on YouTube because she know you BS, bro.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you know where she be
She
at.
don't
She
My
even
got
girl
know.
somebody
support me.
else's
She
house.
don't be on there, but she was just in the comments. Michelle Jones, you see her, but you know what? Come on, ain't
Man.
nobody backed this man up in history at all.
Man.
Listen,
Family,
Nobody.
friends,
Only his
nobody.
subscribers.
the fact that we even have to explain not to follow him, like, listen, everybody can do whatever the hell they want, but like,
Right.
really, like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's so bizarre to me. Like when I first turned him on, like I really never paid attention because the first time I checked him out, I was like, what the fuck, crackhead going crazy and shit. I'm like, all right, I'm done, and just moved on. Like I really didn't even take anything from it, like at all. Like I literally clicked on it, heard how he spoke, and I was like out of there.
Right.
I was like, I'm not getting nothing from him. Look at him. He's like tweaking out and shit. Like, what am I gonna get from this?
Man.
What
For
am I gonna
real.
get? Oh, you're gonna start screaming. Like that's all he does is just start yelling whenever he, like, you know what I'm saying, gets jammed up. Like, bro, just like you need to go to bed.
Man.
I know he probably been woke for 6 days straight because like the first hit,
You feel
but
me?
chill out.
Like, but for somebody to wake up with the Bile family during this case and all that,
Exactly.
like just to wake up and make a live, and just he be on that
And
bullshit.
knowing what it's gonna cause, you already
Yeah.
know on my end.
Like,
You
you
say
like
my
made
name
shit up.
or
You're
the
probably saying that
kids,
people are cousins that have never been even cousins, or even it hasn't even been insinuated, implied. Fucking
but none of that matters
nobody
though.
accidentally
It
thought it. Like
matters.
he
It
literally
matters.
fabricated shit.
It matters on who was the last people that had these boys that lied.
And that's really all that
If
matters.
it's a problem prior with what Ryan Dean did, not saying it is a problem where it's not. I'm not even going front. You feel me? But
Yeah.
if it is a problem, that's to deal with afterwards.
Not even
Right.
that. If you don't like her, that don't fucking matter.
And they already,
Because that
if
ain't
it
gonna
was a
find the boys,
problem,
and they ain't got nothing to do with their disappearance. So that's all that matters.
right? And
You
if it
can't give
was a
one
problem,
fact to
they
tie
took
into
care
the
of that.
disappearance, and that's it. And how many? Like I said on the other live, bro. Listen, on John Q's shit, how many missing kids cases are out there right now where we
Man.
have one footage of the fucking yard they went missing from during the time and at the moment they supposedly up and disappeared, right? And a fucking uncle that has a platform like that.
Exactly.
And everybody
That's all
that's
God.
like,
I'm telling
hello,
you.
those are two
This
fucking
is a
kids.
case
How many of the
that
kids got that?
look, I'm gonna tell y'all the real. The Classic and Cinsere case opened up a lot for everything that's going on now. This whole
Right.
true crime environment right now,
Mhm.
community with the Summer Wells, with all these missing persons. The boys started this as far as spreading awareness,
Mhm.
and that's facts. It wasn't no community like this before the boys. Or am I tripping? Am I?
Nah, you ain't tripping, especially about missing. I mean, you'll see a few,
Yeah, the
Oh,
on the
boys,
and
the
news and
boys,
you know,
things
not
like
I'm
like
in
that.
that.
New
It's
York.
sad that it took these boys because it took these boys and they're not even getting the coverage.
Well, listen,
Right.
the Gabby Petito case, right? You know how it got all that beautiful coverage and everything like that. Well, I'm in New York and I'm very close to the area where she is from. So just saying that is that her parents put on the local news station that every donation, because a lot of people were upset. A lot of people were upset because I mean she got coverage, and they're sitting there feeling left out, like lost, like forgotten. And it's sad because people, there's people who are arguing saying, this is not about your kid right now. And then you have these poor parents who are like, well, what
Which
about
is
my
wrong
kid?
too. Which
It's
is wrong.
it's so terrible
That's
watching
wrong.
it. Now
That's
listen,
wrong.
her parents decided to do I guess anything that anybody donated, they did it to a foundation, and they're opening something
Yeah,
in her name
exactly.
to help
Right.
other missing cases that are not
Yeah.
being worked on and shit.
And I love
Because
it that they
their
do that.
parents understood what's going on.
Yeah,
Right.
they felt
You
it. They
feel me?
felt it, and that's a beautiful thing. And you know what? If that's what's gonna come, out of it, that's a beautiful thing. And it's a tragedy that had to happen and everything. And rest in peace and my condolences, of course. But I mean, if they're gonna use that to help other families, I mean that is.
But the
a
thing
really
about her
beautiful
case
thing.
that makes it different from the boys is that right, she's an adult, you know what I mean? She was recording her whole trip, you know what I'm saying? So she did have a lot of footage of where she was going, and when the cops pulled them over, they had the body camera. So she did have a trail that they was able to follow. You get what I'm saying? With the boys, it just you got the story,
Yeah.
not the parents
And
coming
part
away.
of the trail was just her being a YouTuber. If she
Exactly.
wasn't a YouTuber, it might not have been that big. But this is what America getting at. Oh, it's a white girl, an adult that's missing. Look, let's just be real about it, and let's just be fair about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is what it is. Now, what can we do now?
I was
Yeah.
the first person to tell Ro, race has everything to do with this.
Yeah, it does, of course. Race has something
And
to do
I'm
with
white,
every.
and I'm gonna
But we
tell you
all
like
know
this.
that, right?
No,
Hey,
I'm
New York,
white, and I'm telling
New
you,
York.
race has
We all
everything
know
to
that,
do
right?
with this.
New York, we all know that, right? We
Yeah.
all know that. So it's what's the next thing? You know what I mean?
But everybody needs to understand that. And what also needs to
Yeah,
be
and that's
understood
what
is
we
that
here
the
for. It's to make people
NAACP,
understand that.
the NAACP, I found documents, all right? Every year they have new documents about their organization, and I know they have different locations throughout the country in different states and everything like that. But the NAACP has like a literal, and Ro knows, I showed her, like a whole section. Each year they put their minutes out and what they discuss as an organization, what they're going to be promoting, doing, working on, and supporting, and whatever their cause is going to be, or if they added to it. They literally have a whole section on making sure that they are focusing on promoting platforms for missing Black children.
Exact. That's
And
the
their
question I
uncle,
was.
wait, their uncle fucking works there.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
the question I
kidding
was
me?
just gonna ask you because somebody told me that it was more black based, not like that, but that's that it was more black based. So I guess that's true, right?
I
Yeah.
don't want to speak on
They
it. I have to go back and check, but I mean, it could
no,
be
no, I heard that too. Before, not like
anybody
that,
of
not to
color or
disregard any
Black.
other race, but it was built for to advocate for the distress of melanated folks.
See,
I don't
they're
want to.
they're
I don't want to say
NAA
anything incorrect, so
NAACP.
I'm gonna not speak
Hold
on
on.
that part. But I do know that they have a whole part of their organization that is literally built, and they have a team that will focus on this. Their uncle fucking works there. He was on Good Morning America without even trying. So we already know that you're allowed to do it, that you can do it because you did do it. So I don't want to
Right.
hear the
Exactly.
bullshit. Why aren't you
And he
doing
put
it?
up $30,000 for what?
Okay,
To be
we don't want
quiet.
your money, Jamal. Keep your fucking money
But I'm
and
just
put your
saying,
money
like,
where your mouth is and start making phone calls out of your Rolodex,
exactly,
and let's do it because you're,
exactly. You
you're
put up
bullshitting.
$30,000, which
And
must
how
have
come
been
he
your
took the
hard-earned
pictures of the
money.
boys down? He doesn't have it on his fucking picture anymore on Facebook.
See, NAACP stands for National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, right? And it's the largest civil rights organization. You feel me? So I mean, it's
Hey, let me
just
tell y'all this real quick. You know, Jamal, he came with the reward. What? Almost 30 days later, right? And this is why because of people like Lakeisha, the Cheyennes. When this case first happened in California City, like within the next couple of days, you got the Lakeishas, you got the Cheyennes, you got them type of people that's paying for to get information. So when they run the West name, Jamal pops up, and then he's pretty much exposed. So now he's exposed. Lakeisha and them was one of the first people to contact them, and that's why he made that post about um
exactly,
954 in the beginning because
exactly.
of the Lakeishas. You feel me?
And
Because of the
Cheyenne,
Cheyennes, my nigga.
yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
I swear I don't not take that the N word back.
Hey, it
I
gets
might
like
cuss, but
that.
I never say that. But when I say the N word, I'm in
That
my
means,
feelings. You feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. I
It
feel you,
is,
bro, because I be slipping too, and I ain't
but
perfect, but
yeah. So you hear what I'm saying, bro? And
yeah.
all
Hey,
of a
but
sudden,
that
now he's exposed, right?
so
Now
he
he
has to
wants to
put up the
drop that
money.
30,000 reward
Exactly.
just to be quiet.
And thanks
So
to them
so
for
if it
doing
was
that.
if it was sincere, right?
Hmm.
That's your hard earned money. 30. I don't care if you earn $30,000 in a month. You work for that, bro.
But that's just he put that shit up because I mean, look at where we at. We have one hundred and twenty
He
five
knew it
thousand
wasn't gonna
dollars,
be nothing.
and ain't nobody still came forward. They know the money ain't gonna be because they know what happened. They know, like you get what I'm saying. So
Yeah, exactly. So that 30,000, he probably gave it to Benny. He probably gave it to dish it out in other areas, knowing
right,
that the reward money is not going to be given. But the whole fact that if Jamal was sincere, he would have did that from the jump, not 30
exactly,
days later when people in California City found out your information, bro, and they contacted you and contacted your mama and was making these phone calls within a week. I'm telling you, I
right,
didn't know Keisha. Like
right,
I seen her that day, and then next time I seen her, she pulled up on me in the neighborhood with a notebook and phone numbers.
right,
So
right,
I done called it out. You feel me? And then that's when he came with the $30,000 reward, and then that's when he started saying that he was getting threats and he was promoting 954. Not to knock 954, just in case you out there listening, bro. As far as law enforcement, we pray that y'all doing your job, straight up.
right,
That's it.
right, right.
Point blank period. But
No,
the
I
truth
hear
is the
you.
truth. You know what I mean?
Yep. I mean, it's
And
right in our face. You know what I mean? Actions speak louder than words. And I
exactly.
mean,
And
anybody could
yeah,
put in that position could put up money and just to shut people up and just to play that part of, oh, I'm trying to do something. Fuck the money. Get out here and sweat with us. Get in this dirt with
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
Promote the flyers and purchase of banners or
And
come
then
up
y'all
with your
remember
own
he
shit.
posted the reward, and then he said this is on behalf of the basically the extended family.
Extended family.
But then he deleted that
Yeah, yeah. So why
because
take back what you
you
put
only could
out?
be so smart. You gotta think about it. Like when it comes to God and the devil was smart too. He was God's right hand man, but he's not gonna be able to outsmart God. So you only could be so
Right,
smart in life. You know what I mean?
right,
And
right.
that's what Jamal was thinking
Yeah.
until he got contacted, and then
Hmm.
he tried to put up that money, knowing that nobody is gonna talk.
Right, right.
So
Well,
you're already late. You feel me? 30 days later, trying to
right.
put a reward. And then what was that app that he was releasing his statements on?
Um, um, Damn, I know New York and them all know. Love you too, New York. Thank you for coming up here
Oh,
and
she got off.
yeah, she accidentally
Oh, okay.
clicked
Yeah, I
off.
can't see it because I got this picture up. So
Yeah, yeah, no, you good, but I'm over here in the chats trying to keep up. But yeah, and then Guadalupe, hey sis, she's out. She's one of the girls who her mom prays for us, and they do prayer every night at a certain times. They're Catholic, so they've been praying, praying, praying. And then Taj is another one that's been out here with us, boots on the ground. So they're in the chat right now. You know what I mean? So hey y'all, I
prayers
just
to all y'all.
yeah,
And then I
yeah,
want y'all to also understand that's coming to this channel. This is not drama. This is just addressing the real. And with
man.
Benny, he is an idiot. He's everything in the books, but he has a following. And for some reason, he has a following.
And he even
You know what I
admit
mean?
people love drama. He even admit that
Yeah.
shit. So that's
So
why
when
he
it comes to the
continues.
boys,
When
like
it
when
comes
it
to the
comes to
boys,
Ro and it comes to
uh,
me,
yeah,
we really care about that right message. So
man,
I get offended when he talks about the bio family, and he what he speaks up on. That's just my opinion. And then dealing with Rose, she's on the same deal, and everybody else. So
right.
I just wanted to get the clear understanding on why we still talk about this dude because of he has a major platform and he building
He,
this platform. So it's a lot
yeah,
of new people that he is telling his false narrative to
man,
that don't deserve that. The boys don't deserve that.
right.
So
And you're
just
and
be alone.
ain't nobody gonna play with my little cousin's names. I promise
Yeah,
that. And I
exactly.
said
And I
that from the
got Ro back.
beginning.
And I know Ro ain't a YouTuber. I'm not even a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber now, but at first,
Right, right,
I wasn't a YouTuber. But I got Ro back. I got these boys back. I got Ro back because of what? At one point, I tried to find every reason to whatever to play both sides of the fence. I would if there was even one reason.
right,
Just say it wasn't no cameras, right? All right. It could be a possibility that the biological family could have took the kids,
right,
but
right.
it's fucking footage that's not like, come on, bro.
It just don't add up. And if
For the
they
record,
look,
I don't, bro. Did I know you before? We didn't even really start when Crenshaw first contacted you about me. You were still like on a hot edge, like man, like it's not about
yeah,
Ray Stein, like it's about the boys, like you feel me?
yeah, because I remember her
Yeah, but
talking to
that's just
you.
real though,
But
that's how
then
you're supposed to feel.
when she told me that you are one of the ones that was out there in the beginning looking for the boys that same day, oh man, my whole perspective of you changed. I was like, I want to talk to him. That's what I said. I said I want to talk to him because I want to know. Like I just want to, with the people that was boots on the ground in the beginning, that's who I want to talk to. So I could get the truth. You know what I mean of what
Yeah,
they seen
exactly.
and exactly so.
And
And
I'm
then
not the only one. Like the Cheyennes that got dogged in the beginning,
yeah,
the Keishas that never came, was able to, I mean, it. I linked with Cheyenne like 3 days ago. She got so much footage that's from the beginning
yeah,
that y'all need to see, and we working on that. That's why I released
and-
the last one that I just released.
yeah, yeah.
But Cheyenne got the full footage, but
I
it's
remember watching
it's
some of her videos in the beginning, and I was like, "Damn,
yeah.
who is this?"
And
You know what
even
I
when
mean?
she was getting dogged, like I wasn't really aware of that. I wasn't really paying attention like that. I didn't know of
Yeah,
no BS that was going on YouTube in between the
right.
boys until
And I believe her when she said she got ran out of Silver Saddle Ranch because even
I was there,
the
fam. I was
yeah,
there.
yeah. So even
And
somebody
Keisha was
else,
there.
yeah, somebody else in the beginning that went out there to Silver Saddle Ranch said the same thing. So I
And
believe it
that
was
was the
her.
same day the PI came out.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of
Yeah.
questions, but we digging and we went back
And it's
and what?
still a lot more to come out. Like,
Oh yeah,
I'm working with Cheyenne because she has some footage, bro. But the way
yeah.
I am, I'm just like, just start your own channel, tell your own story, you
Right,
know,
right. Yep, yep,
just on GP, just the way I am.
yeah.
Because this is your story with the boys, and I got my story with the boys. It's not about the money, it's not about none of that. It's about getting the story out there.
And that's
And
real, Ray
she's
Sean.
showing me
That's
this footage and stuff, and I just took that one footage, and then in the description I'm like, the rest gonna come up on Cheyenne's page, not to none of that, but it's just
yeah.
being real about the whole situation all around.
And that's respect though. That's why I deal with you and fuck with you because you have been nothing but respectful and like I said, been 100. You live up to your name. You get what I'm saying, and I appreciate that, like on everything, you
Yeah,
know. But it's been a lot, man. It's just too much been going on with this drama with that dude, and we thought we thought he was off. He was gone for a minute from speaking with about the boys, but obviously he done took down somebody else's stuff. And ain't nobody else to deal with. No, like he's choosing cases to get on. He's trying to find other cases to hop on now to destroy their family and talk about how people search and just talk about the people that's been out there. You know what I mean? And now he want to come back to the Bio family over here
which leads to
right, because
why
we're still
the
investigating.
way we think the Bennykeyz would lead the boys along, right? Because he's not
Right,
benefiting, right?
right.
But he is some way he's benefiting because he keeps bringing it up.
I mean, he talked to the
That's what
West
we
by
got to look at.
himself.
Yes, that's a red flag,
Yeah,
right? In
yeah,
the case when it comes to the boys, and you talking to the
man,
enemies, the people that lost these kids,
man.
and you got multiple. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's why I don't trust him, and I will never accept his apology ever again because he tried to apologize at one point, and I was like, okay, whatever. I still didn't trust him, but still, it took a man. It takes a man to really apologize, but he's not a man. He's just a mental illness motherfucker. So. For
Exactly.
real. And before, like earlier, I had nothing good to say. Like I still don't have nothing good to say, but I'd rather say nothing at all. You feel me? But I just thank God that you covered all that because you already know I was heated. If I
Yeah.
could have punched this dude through my
But,
laptop,
but bro, that's
oh
what he
man,
wants though. He wants any one of us to act out a character, especially y'all. He wants y'all to
oh
act like
man,
some Crips, like in his word. Because I know a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
good
yeah,
Crips, like Nipsey a Crip. Like you feel me? Like
man,
it's
you feel me?
like come
Like
on now. Just
off
because you're a
Crips,
Crip, you're a bad
snitches,
person, even though you
man.
not a Crip. But
Right,
that's just the narrative that he pushing, and he expects y'all to
right,
react like that, but y'all not.
right. Yeah,
And
people
that's what
just
I'm
don't
here for, to
understand.
do all that. That show everything, even with other content creators, like they ain't got time for this dude, but I do because he brung me on,
Right.
and I care about these boys. So I'm gonna address both situations respectfully, and if I got to put where the boys at with Benny's face, bro would tell me if it's wrong or right. Feel me? Hey, race, and it wouldn't be, if that
No,
was to happen,
I
you probably be
already
like,
know
Ray
your
Sean, like,
intentions.
hey, this ain't cool. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm gonna do that.
But you know what though? What's crazy is you holler at me before you put up anything. You feel me?
Exactly.
And half the time, most of the times that you do put up stuff, you don't talk to me about it and told me what you was gonna do with it and
Exactly.
all this. And that's respect. I ain't got nothing to do but to
Because
respect
that's
that.
what I'm
But
raised on.
for
That's what I'm born as a California dude. I want to
yeah,
say the N word, but you from y'all know I'm
yeah,
still from the streets. I'm affiliated, but I'm just not no gang member. I'm the
yeah.
smarter man that studies from my environment, and
I
I try
mean,
to be something different. But I'm still it's not to disregard me. I done went to the county jail in Bakersfield, LA County. I walk in there. I know how to greet a man when I walk in the room, like Kevin Gates say. You feel me?
right, right.
Stand up and greet a man when you walk in the room, no matter where you at. And people gonna respect gang members or not. When I go in the county jail, you think it's all about game. No, it's about being a man. I went in
Right,
there as a
right.
man. I stand my own. I'm in here on a traffic ticket. I ain't trying to you feel me, politic with none of that BS, none of that. I'm not here for that. But they respect that though.
Right, right, right. And honestly, like us as the bio, I mean, like I said, the kids were adopted out. The adopted parents should have been out here how we are. That's their job. You feel me? But those are
Exactly.
our bloods. So what makes you think we're gonna sit behind? I
Exactly.
don't give a damn about no paperwork. Fuck a paperwork right now. These
And
kids
you
they got
even offer to work with them
Heck yeah,
as
I even
far as
said that on the news or
yeah.
in the beginning. Like we should be out here. I told them that on Potomac one day. I said we should be out here working together. We even invited them to come to a candlelight. You get what I'm saying? Across the street from their house. Did they? No. The banners that was hanging up around that church that was across the street. That church owns that parking lot. They took it down. So what do y'all? Oh, they tell y'all take it down because whatever. These are two boys missing. So I don't respect a lot of churches because it's like you know what I'm saying. Not one
Exactly.
time,
You're supposed to
not
be
one.
of God, but you're not
Yeah,
protecting his children.
yeah, and you telling
Straight
us that
up.
we have to move our candlelight and things like that. We're not doing nothing
You supposed to be the
terrorizing.
main one next to these people's house. I seen the church. It's like two houses down.
Man. Yeah, yeah,
That should
and
be
I
the
know.
spot every
And
day.
I yeah,
But
and
they're not doing that.
I know they have a connection with the West. You know, they probably know them, probably related to them and shit. So they got they back. You feel me? So it says a lot. Like a lot of the stuff that happens in Kern County, like or Bakersfield, period. It's like I mean, I question a lot because I've been a part of the community all my life. You feel me? As a kid, my mama, and now that I'm an adult, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, I mean, I be questioning people right now with the boys' case, like me and Keisha talk about it, like our own people don't be standing with us. You know what I mean? Like, and it's sad, and I understand people want to protect their reputation and all this bullshit, but fuck a reputation right
What
now.
reputation? Like I'm gonna
Man,
say this, like just not to knock my black man because we go through shit. Then at the
yeah,
same
yeah,
time, it's like, I stand for this because don't nobody else stand for it, bro. These
man, I
boys
thank you.
need what I'm doing. A black man that's gonna stand. That's just how it is.
Right,
Without
right,
if I wasn't, it wouldn't be no black man. Like, not saying that will better the case or alter the case, but it should be a lot of fucking black men.
no, for real.
You know what I mean? They dedicate themselves to these gangs and all this,
Yeah,
and things of that nature. And gangs started from protecting our neighborhoods. I don't forget, even though I wasn't alive back then, but I know my history, and that's why I never became a gang member. Because if I was a gang member, I could have been an official one from Long Beach. My people's insanes, but I don't choose to go that route. I choose to go the
right,
other route to protect what y'all not doing, not like that, but you know what I mean. I don't want to go protect the gang and protect the homies. I rather protect some kids, and that was not even my agenda. I just got
right,
forced in that. But once it's forced, I mean, if that's me, it's there for a reason.
right,
When,
right.
when I was there for the boys from day one. You know how much I thought about starting a YouTube, but
Yeah,
I'm like, nah, that's not me. It was
yeah,
not honestly me. I wanted to be a YouTuber, but not off of the boys.
man. And I
To
just
where
want
in
to
the
say
beginning,
something.
I'm like, I could have did it, but I'm like, this is how I'm thinking, bro. I'm like, I don't want the negativity. To
Yeah,
where when Benny came, it's like God keep like Ray Sean, this is you, this is you. Now you got a reason. Now you got a something to you feel me? So
yep,
when I
yep,
expand my YouTube and go to the hip hop, I want to do that, but I still everything I do off my channel is for these boys. So if I go to hip hop, and I'm like, you know how I'm thinking is to help spread awareness to the unknown, whether
right, right,
if it's hip hop or country or whatever I do. Sometimes I
right.
do videos, right? Like I just did the hip hop video on Draco going to jail. That was one of the most videos that got my most views.
Right,
And then
right.
you know what? When I did that video, I'm thinking of the negative. Like, I don't
Yeah,
want to put these boys up because of the negative shit.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that was
yeah.
one of my most videos that went up. And then now I'm
Right,
thinking like, damn, I should have just put the boys' picture in the corner
right,
to help
right,
spread awareness.
right. And I just want to say something, bud, real quick. Pamela in the chat, man, I respect that lady. She's so invested in the boys all the way from another state. She she took the they were in, she was out there trying to get billboards. They got billboards out there in Texas. You get what I'm saying? She uh talked to the billboard company and stuff, and the owner or whoever, the CEO or whatever, was inspired by the boy's story, so he took it to the Capitol out there, and they also they wanted to change the way that the Amber Alerts were out, digital billboards and things like that. So she, behind the scenes, she's done a lot, and I respect that. And like, I deal with those who hearts are really in this, you know what I mean, regardless of how people look at it. So I respect her in a major way, and I love her for that, you know what I mean. And I've talked to her on the phones, and she's just a woman who put her heart in this, just like all everybody else that's involved in this case, that's investing their time and stuff. And I just want to let the chat know that Pamela is legit. Like, she has nothing but love for the boys, her and her son. I mean, I hear her son in the background talking about have their role find the boys yet, you know what I mean. So it's like, damn, but I know that, I mean, a lot of people are their families are involved in this because they are. You get what I'm saying? And I thank y'all for making that sacrifice, to the time that you guys put into this,
Exactly.
the actions and the efforts. You get what I'm saying? Says a lot. So I mean, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You feel me? And
Exactly.
I just want to put that out there, because I see, in the chat, because I mean, I feel Pamela, because we had to raise money to get the three billboards in the beginning. Then Jennifer, seeing that we was out there, she was inspired by it, so she purchased two of her own. You feel me? Thank you, Jen, for that. And then Duty Ron was inspired by Jennifer. You get what I'm saying? So it was like a chain reaction and shit. You know what I mean? So and then Pamela out there in Texas, they had got billboards up and all that. Took it to the Capitol, did extra steps, out there. So I mean, everybody that's doing something like that, that's putting the effort behind their actions, it says a lot. You know what I mean? And that's what I go off of, actions. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to put that out there real quick and just tell her and everybody else in the chat that she's legit. She's not, and I feel her, like, when even when Summer Wells went missing, praying for her. It's sad, her situation, and I just pray that they find her. And but like Pamela said, when Lamar out there, the company out that way, they donated the billboards to her. You know what I mean? Which we raise money and people putting their money up and all that. I mean, as long as they're up, that's all that matters. But I get what she's saying. You feel me? Don't get it wrong. I get what she's saying, because we done had that conversation before about, and she's a white woman, but she's from Chicago. You feel me? And so I could hear it in her voice, her where she from. But for when, and like New York says, she's white and she says it's racist stuff. I know the truth, but I don't I try not to talk about it, because we all should see it. You feel me? We could see the difference in this world, in America. You know what I mean? Based on this country, how this country was based in the past. It's like we can't forget about shit, the history of this country. You know what I mean? But today, I mean, we just have to push that issue about coverage for indigenous people, colored people, just minorities, to get the same coverage. You know what I mean? That if their kids go missing, we just want the same coverage. We don't want to have to go and do extras to get some coverage, and just because the color of your skin and the color of your eyes, you don't you're gonna get coverage, like, you know what I mean. So that's the honest truth that is happening in our country today. You know what I mean? Just across the boards, that's what it's about. But we're here to change that. We have to come together as people, and put the color of our skin aside, and our race, and don't forget about the past, but remember how far we've come, and our ancestors, for going through what they went through to get us to where we are today. You feel me? The little rights that we have today, the voting rights, the civil rights, and just all that. You know what I mean? I mean,
Exactly.
we have been through a lot as our culture, you know what I mean? Just like other cultures, you know. So I mean, I just wanted to put that out there because she's an amazing woman, just like all the other ladies that I deal with. I mean, we all may not agree when it comes to certain things, but hey, I'm the type to put it out there and then say I love you after I put it out there. You know what I mean? Because I mean, my opinion is my opinion, and I respect other people's opinions. It's just I don't respect lies. You know what I mean? I don't respect lies. So it's just what it is.
Nah, yeah, I understand, bro. I love you too. Everybody else love you too, man. We all here for the same reason.
Yeah, yeah, we are,
Real,
we
for real.
are. And I just, want to say thank you again, Ray Sean. I know it's getting late for all the East Coast and Midwest and all that. Cherie, praying for your daughter. I forgot her name on here. With strength comes pain or something like that. Um, Oh, with pain, I'm all dyslexia like a motherfucker. With pain comes strength. That's who's in the chat. That's Desiree's mother, who's been missing 10 years. Justice for your daughter, Desiree Thompson. And we got your back. We every time we speak of the boys, I'm gonna speak her name too. And we're here. We you're not in this fight alone. Just know that. And we're making moves behind the scenes. I could tell y'all that much, and it's a lot going on behind the scenes. Spreading the awareness with other platforms that have a million followers plus, and then ain't no telling who they are gonna let. Who's gonna see this, and then they got a million followers. So yeah, we're making moves behind the scene, and then with the Equisearch coming out, that's the best update that we got with other things that are happening behind the scenes that I'm not talking about just yet. You know what I mean? But it's a lot. That's happening that people aren't hearing because I just don't want to put it out there. And then you talk about something and you got people who's trying to tear it down. Like I mean, they can't tear down what they don't know. You feel me? Like the Bennies and all them. You know what I mean? So it's not about none of us. It's about the boys, the missing ones out there, and I'm praying for all that's missing, not just the boys. Everybody that's missing, everybody that is going through it with a loved one that is lost. Because it's not just not the hardest thing is not knowing if they're alive or if they're dead. So it's like, I mean, at least when people find their loved ones, the remains or something, it's harder because now they're gone. You get what I'm saying? But at least they got closure. Now it's time to get justice for them. You feel me? But with the boys right now, we don't know what's going on with them. We don't know. So that's the worst feeling with Desiree. Her mother don't know if she's alive or gone. So I mean, after 10 years of dealing with this every day, crying every day for 10 years, come on, man. Like, she needs help too. So, we're here and just here for Desiree to get justice. Like, seriously, because it happened in the same city. Come on, man. Like that says a lot, you know what I mean? And she hasn't got no justice, no nothing, and she's having a hard time on her behalf, but we got the right people involved. I'm gonna tell you that now. You know what I mean? The ones that can help us and the bio parents, I mean, I'm glad that they're not out here putting their faces out here. Ryan did that shit before, and look what happened to her. She's still getting,
Backlash.
yeah, yeah, for just her being out here. When she was out here, her crying and stuff, they talking about them fake tears. Come on, man. Y'all, man, whatever. And then my cousin, he ain't never been no Facebook, no social media type of guy. What makes you think he gonna do that today? Like he's quiet, you feel me? He's been through a lot. So I suggested him nah, don't trip, Cuddy. I got you. We got each other. I let him know everything. You feel me? And when it's time to speak to the right ones, oh, believe me, he willing to speak. But he's just not gonna
Yeah,
get out here and speak to just to anybody for whatever reasons. No, it's not happening. And I won't allow anybody to use my cousin for any of that. If they can't help him in any way, I know people want to hear it from them, but they will speak when it's the right time, when it's the right people. You know what I mean? and it's just a matter of time when that comes out. Because yeah, I believe their story needs to be heard. You feel me? Their story needs to be heard, but we have to,
Yeah, it's
allow.
the right time and place, and right now
Yeah,
it's not it.
yeah, because I mean, like you said, I mean, ain't no telling how they're gonna react to the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? I'm over here staying, keeping calm and collective. But when I'm with my family, I be just wanting to go off on motherfuckers and shit. You feel me? But I mean, shit. I mean, I can't let anybody take me out of character, because that really, especially in the daytime, because that's when I'm really focused on working on the boys and all that. At night, I mean, shit, I can't do nothing at night. You feel me? Besides being on the laptop and doing it from here. But I got a lot of people who are helping us and behind us on this. So I mean, they like they said, Ro, you got so much on your plate. You go to work, you go to school, you going through a loss of loved ones. You the boy, like, it's so much, and that's not even half of the shit. You feel me? That's just and that's a lot. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm drained. I'm emotionally, mentally, physically exhausted. But I pray for strength every day to get through. Every moment, shit. Because I mean, if it wasn't for God, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't know where I would be right now,
Facts.
man. For
There you,
real.
bro, for reals. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. At
Oh
least
yeah,
with you, you got a lot to deal with, bro. But it's all respect. It's all much love. And then at the same time, I want to thank you too. You know what I mean? We thank each
oh
other.
yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do as real people. But
Oh
I wouldn't
man,
be here without your consent. You know what I mean? Your respect and all that. And I
I
wouldn't do it
appreciate it.
without that. And
And you a 100 dude, man. You solid, man, and that's why I deal with you. And you know what I mean. I may not be out here like on everybody's platform and stuff. I just don't like when people use the boy's name and talk about bullshit when
yeah,
I have to find out for myself. You know what I mean? People
and that's
scared
not
me.
what I'm about. You know what I mean? Like I'm not no perfect person. So if you was to put that name, Rayshawn 100, like that became a name when Benny attacked me, and when it became towards the boys. Ain't
Right,
nobody
right,
100 in life. You know what I mean?
right,
If you
right,
say you 100 in life, then you need to watch that person.
right,
I'm not
right.
100 in life. I got my own issues, and I'm still not even a grown man. Like I said earlier, you can't put yourself as a grown man or a grown woman because you're always supposed to grow throughout life.
Right. Yep.
You know what I
Supposed to
mean?
learn.
And
Yep.
some people get stuck. You got to watch them people that stuck. If you
Oh, I
growing, this is some advice they ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but it do. If you growing and you stuck around somebody that's stuck, you shouldn't be around them. You know what I mean?
exactly.
You're around
I mean,
somebody that's saying they're a grown ass woman, they're a grown ass man, like they put themselves to a dead end in life.
yeah,
You
yeah.
always growing as long as you living.
Yeah, there's always room. You could be 90 years old. You're gonna
Yeah,
learn
and that's
something
part of
new the
having
next day.
wisdom. A lot of
Yeah,
people have knowledge, but do you got wisdom? Wisdom is
right.
unlimited. Knowledge is limited.
Exactly.
You can have all the knowledge in the world, but it's limited. But wisdom is, understanding everything.
Right, right, exactly. So I just want to thank everybody in your chat, man, because I mean they've been so supportive, and I always have to acknowledge y'all, because without y'all supporting Rayshawn and other channels in a positive way, looking for the boys, keeping that, looking for the missing ones. That's the main focus. You know what I mean? Not the Bible.
Exactly. And I want y'all to understand that too. I don't care what I do on my page. The I don't care if I go in the hip hop section and react off. What's in the back of my mind is these boys. So
Yeah.
when I react in the hip hop section or try to grow my YouTube, it's all. I swear to God, it's just for the boys.
Let me tell you something, but y'all got lives, y'all got children, y'all got family. I mean,
Exactly.
me personally, I don't expect y'all to talk about the boys 24/7, because you guys have to take some of that time to your family. So, I mean, what you guys were doing before the boys went missing, I mean, same with me.
Exactly.
I have to balance now. I gotta continue to do, because I can't just focus on the boys and not work and not go to school and not, not none of that, which I wish I could. but I can't do that. I got bills and I gotta eat and I gotta stay alive.
Exactly.
I got things that I have to take care of along with this. So like I said, thanks for the help behind the scenes, because their help saves me a lot of time and a lot of stress. And I mean, things could be worse right now on my
Exactly.
end.
It's why
So
half the reason I do what I do is for the boys, but then for the the role. You feel me? Especially you. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I do a
yeah,
lot of what I do for you too. It's like
right, right. I appreciate it.
you didn't really want to be on this live, but that's just the realness in you. That's how much you care. When I talked
Right.
to you earlier, you like we discussing it, and,
Yeah.
you know, but you didn't really have to do this, but you still did it though. But that's
But
why I do it.
you
You know,
calmed me down, bud.
for
You
other
really
people
did.
too, like Crenshaw's, the Steves,
Yeah,
that this man that attacked Mats, and I like we
man.
can expect them to fully attack this dude
Right,
because
right.
they've been YouTubing before even the boys case. But on
Yep.
my end, it's different. Like I got time, and I got love too, and
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
feel for y'all that got to go through this. Like you know what I mean?
And thank you for being our voice. Like seriously, thank you for thinking about us like
It's all
that. You
good.
know
And
what I'm saying?
everything I do, bro, is from my heart. Like, so you don't gotta feel no type of way. I'm not no dumb person. I got six
Right,
kids, you feel me?
right,
So I know
right.
what I'm doing. But all six of my kids is straight. I'm straight and I'm good. I'm doing God's work. You feel me? And that's so
And
it's
you can
on that end
honestly
just to
say
let
that.
people know.
You can honestly say that you're doing God's work because you are,
Yeah.
but like seriously, not everybody who say that. I mean, their actions speak louder. You feel
Yeah.
me?
When you believe in God, you really, really believe in God, you straight. I'm not of the
Yeah,
world. I don't care about this material stuff or none of
man,
that. And I never been like that. Go check
man,
my Facebook. Go check my history. I ain't worked for nobody but myself or the homies.
man,
You feel me?
man.
All my stuff is under the table. Everything is, man, what? Look, I'm a big fan of Tupac. But anyway, so like I'm a real
Right.
one, you feel me? And
Yeah.
that's why God picked me to do what I'm doing now, because everybody else will be worried about of the earth stuff working. And I quit my job to do it, which I don't care, not even to brag about. I don't brag about half the stuff I went through. You know what I mean? Because it's from the heart, and I don't
Right.
need to.
Right.
With the boys, it's really from the heart, and it really just being the person that a lot of these people claim to be from Cal City, and like it's just people don't stand on what they stand on, but I stand on what I stand on. And then when it
Yep.
comes to the boys, when I accepted that in my life, the first night, that was the
Yeah.
last day of my day off. I was supposed to be
Look,
getting
not
ready. You know
9 months ago, you was there in the beginning, and 9 months
yeah,
later, you still here.
yeah, you
So
feel me? Without no reward, quitting. I was working at Ace. I still have my own business going, but the end of the year, business goes slow. That's the only reason I was working at Ace. But
right,
I still could have been doing business. You feel me? I just wanted to try
right,
something new,
right.
and then the boys came up missing. So I'm like, "F this job." Like, the night before I'm out looking for the boys, I'm supposed to go to Ace the next day at 6 in the morning. I'm tired, but I know I
Yeah,
could
yeah,
miss this day and eliminate that and get back to my business. But that's what's I'm of God. Like I really don't care
man.
about none of this material stuff in life.
And
I
that's what
care
people
about
don't
what's real.
realize.
You feel me? And that's why I'm here for the boys, and that's why God put me here.
Right, right. No, I respect that, Ray, for real. I really do, and I appreciate you, bud.
It's all
And
good. I
I
appreciate
call
you
all
too,
my
bro.
brothers, brother.
Because like at the same time, if it wasn't for you doing what you doing, I might not been as motivated. And other people too, like Crenshaw, Steve, like all y'all motivated
Yeah.
me. I looked at y'all as big dogs, like you know what I mean. Like
Oh man.
even till this day, there's nothing y'all can do wrong that would make me go against y'all
Right. And I'm
because
gonna
it's just
always
what
be
y'all did.
solid.
Like you feel me?
I don't know how to be anybody else but me. You feel me? And this is, I mean, I love my people. I love people. Like I'm gonna always support, those who I see, in need of the support. You know what I mean? Like it's just sad, man.
It is.
Every,
Hey,
this is
but
a
look,
sad
bro,
world.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up. I think
Yep.
we pretty much got the point across. The whole point is of what Benny did today, speaking up once again on a biological family, everybody else, which is not accurate. So we could let it slide, but this is a person with people following him. Where
Hey,
I
but
come from,
can
I feel like whoever he deceives is not right. Like I feel like we need to get that true story out there. It might work or it might not, but it is
Right.
working because a lot of people is coming from. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on with my channel. I'm all about the boys, but what gets most of the views is Benny and his BS. So I'm gonna utilize that in the best way for the boys.
Right. Hey, Buck, can Keisha come up here and do a prayer for all of us?
Yeah,
Because I ain't gonna lie, I mean, her prayers are powerful, and so
yeah.
Keisha, go ahead and drop the link,
And then
and
we're gonna end that. I'm gonna let Keisha do her prayer, and then I'm gonna end it because we didn't talk enough, y'all. We going
yeah,
through enough. I'm going through my life, and I'm not going through as much as what Rose going through right now. But Rose shouldn't even be up here at all.
no, you good, but I had to because
You good though. That shows the realness. You know what I mean?
I just respect you and your live and just everything you was saying. So oh, she laughing. I called Keisha to get up on here, so go ahead and click that link.
Yeah, I dropped the link, so we're gonna end it with the prayer for Keisha. And actually, look, after Keisha prays, I'm gonna still stay online. But bro, I want you to get off, enjoy your night, get your sleep, get your rest, whatever you gotta do. And then
Oh
if
yeah,
somebody
bro.
else wanna come up, I'll let them come up. But if not, I'm gonna go ahead and end it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get off, but I ain't going to sleep, bud.
Hey, look, with anything with the boys, I'm staying up.
Yeah, I'm staying up, especially if it's just like I said, awareness, man. So Keisha, where you at? Is
I'm
she
about to
back
bring
there?
her up right now. I see
Okay,
you, Keish.
I'm gonna stay on so I can get this
Oh
prayer
yeah,
because
you
I
good.
got
You can stay up.
okay. Like I said, awareness, man. So
Keish all day. Oh, she exited out.
Keisha better
Come
click
back
that
up,
link
Keish.
again.
Yeah, I just added you on, and then you clicked out.
Hey, she hates when I put her on the spot. Like in the beginning, like when she starts standing there, like the interviews and stuff. I'd be like, "Hey, you go up there and speak," because I'm tired of just saying
Hey,
the
but you
same
got to give her credit though, because like she
man.
don't like if she on the spot, she does it though.
Yeah, she hates it, but then when she get going, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, she
It,
still
it
make it
all comes
happen.
from the heart. Yep. So Keisha, where you at?
All right, she back. Let me add you on.
Going,
I
oh,
see you.
it's a wrap.
Still
It
make it
all comes
happen.
from the heart. Yep. So,
Oh my God.
Go ahead, Keith. Oh my, Keith.
Okay. You ain't right. You
What's up,
ain't right.
sis?
I love
Woo,
you too, Keish.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hey, look, we love you too.
All right. Woo, okay. Let me get it, y'all. Jesus. Okay. Father God, we thank you right now. Lord, I ask that you take me out, Lord, and you give me the words to say. Lord, we just thank you for this night. Lord, we just ask that you touch everybody that's in the chat. Lord, touch their minds, their heart, their soul. Lord, I just ask that wherever Benny is, Lord, I ask that you touch his mind right now, Lord. Regulate his mind, Lord. Whatever's going on with him, Lord, touch him, Lord. Lord, let him know to keep his mind off God's people, Lord. He have to learn that, Lord Jesus. Help him, Jesus, right now, Lord Jesus. Lord, I ask wherever these boys is, Lord, right now, Lord, I just ask that you show us a sign, Lord, right now in the name of Jesus. Lord, I know you know what happened, Lord, and I know you sit high and you look low, Lord. We ask you right now, Lord, I'm standing in a gap for these babies right now, Lord, for this family, Lord, right now. Lord, I ask that you touch Roe family right now, Lord. You see the situation that's going on, Lord. I ask that you give them peace, Lord. Strengthen them, Lord. Lord, they need all the strength that they can get right now, Lord. Lord, I'm just standing, Lord. I'm just praying, Lord. I'm going to keep praying, Lord, until you send a sign, Lord, until justice is served, Lord. I just ask that you just touch everybody that's out here doing the work for you, Lord. Lord, give them strength, Lord. Touch their families, Lord. Bless where they need to be blessed at, Lord. Heal where they need to be healed at, Lord. In the name of Jesus, Lord, I just thank you right now, Lord. I'm thanking you in advance, Lord, right now. Lord, I'm thanking you in advance, Lord, that justice is going to be served for these boys, Lord. Lord, I just thank you for sending EquiSearch, Lord, the way you did it, Lord. I just thank you that you remove the ones that don't need to be here, Lord, and you put the ones that need to be here, Lord Jesus. Lord, you know all about everybody's situation, Lord. Lord, I just ask that you go into their homes, Lord, and touch, Lord, where need to be touched, Lord, right now, Lord, in the name of Jesus. Lord, I ask that you just continue to give me strength, Lord, where you know I need to be strengthened, and Lord. Lord, whatever's in me, Lord, I ask that you take it out if it's not right, Lord. I just thank you, Lord. Lord, I ask you to forgive us for all our sins, Lord Jesus, because we all fall short every day, Lord Jesus. Lord, and I'm just thanking you, Lord. Lord, I'm standing on faith, Lord. Lord, I know you finna do something, Lord. I see it, Lord. I feel it, Lord. And we're going to continue, Lord, to speaking in advance, Lord. We're going to continue to lift, Lord. We're going to continue to pray for our enemies, Lord, our haters, Lord. We're going to continue to pray for all of them, Lord, because they all need prayer, Lord. When you put your mouth on these boys, Lord, I ask that you just touch them, Lord. Touch them, Lord, right now, Lord, in the name of Jesus, Lord. Stir them up at night where they can't sleep, Lord. Touch Jacqueline and Trezell, Lord, because they know what happened, Lord. Let them where they can't rest at night, Lord Jesus, where their mind just going crazy, Lord, where they got to surrender, Lord, and tell it, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, y'all. Thank God. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Keisha, for that. Sorry,
Get it out, girl.
man. But you
Shout
see
out to
why
Dave.
I like to end it with prayer, because regardless of all the, drama and having to expose, the truth and things like that, I mean, it's always good to end it with prayer for everybody, because I mean, everybody in the chat probably going through something that, and we all need it, you know what I mean? Because we all are facing a spiritual battle right now. And it's not just me. I know it's all of us, who are, behind closed doors. They are going through it. So I pray for all y'all too. And thank you, Keisha, for closing this out like that.
You know, right? You know what? We got to talk.
At least I know I can sleep knowing that I had prayer. Thank you for praying for my family too, because,
Always.
always.
Yeah.
Love you, Keish.
I love you too.
Hey, I love y'all too. We gonna end it on that. Nothing but love, peace, and blessings to everybody. We're the boys. Um, and on my behalf, I'm gonna apologize on this man's behalf with the drama. But all we doing is addressing the BS to get the truth out there. So God bless everybody, you and your children. Peace and blessings to everybody.
Amen, bro. Y'all have a good night.
All right,
All
love
right.
y'all.